Okay.
I'm ready when you are.
I'm going to start doing something every week where I ask you guys how you enjoyed last week. Also, I want you to, in your own words, give a description of what happened.
We all died. Campaign over.
One person do it every week.
I had a seizure.
Yeah, you did. You, in fact, had a seizure.
Can
Reading
I
the
just
book of
post
corrupted
the
fucking
recording and be
cultists.
like, this happened?
With show and tell at my temple.
That's totally what I want you guys to do. Show and tell. Mostly the tell part.
Yeah, what are we going to be showing?
Whatever we want.
Oh, God.
I was probably gonna say like something like
Guy in
your
a fancy banana suit. Anyway.
Yep. So last week we left off with you guys hearing about a seizure from one of your dear friends, and also about 3 not so great things that are not going to be great for all of y'all. That's not great. Also, you guys had a brief encounter with supposedly a cult that worships not great things. You've never heard of them before, but apparently some of the temples and some of the more religiously trained individuals were able to give you information upon what you needed. And upon studying a not great book, you learned a couple things. One of them being that there are not just one cult, but several cults, and this cult is the cult of Dagon, and it's basically like the king of cults, and like you don't fuck with this cult because then all the other cults hate you and they want to murder you. So that happened, and you guys are currently back at the Prancing Pony. Oh no, not Prancing Pony. That was the other one. You guys are at the Leak Cauldron.
Yep.
My favorite one.
We went to sleep.
Uh-huh.
So
We're all rested. It's the next day.
I would assume you guys like went to bed after all this shit happened because it was pretty late.
Nightmares
get
about
the book,
seizures.
right?
What'd you
So,
say?
Kaylin, get the book.
yeah, I grabbed the book and I have like a set of common clothes, and I just like wrapped it around the book and then put it in my bag.
Yeah, you don't want to accidentally open that fucking book.
yeah.
Yeah, that would be bad.
During this next morning, I would like to go find Azor.
You do so. He is currently eating breakfast.
Hello.
I walk
Me
up
too,
to him,
thanks.
and I pat him on the chest, and there's now a possession ward on him.
What?
You now have a glowing ward on your chest.
What is this?
Possession ward. It'll stop things from taking over your mind and body.
Thanks, I guess, but in the future, maybe just tell me that you're gonna do that. I don't really like people touching my chest. Don't tell me what they're gonna do.
Fair enough.
Thanks for the sentiment.
That is one thing gone from my inventory.
Mm-hmm.
So now do I just have a glowing ward on my chest?
It's
It's not really glowing. It's more like it's a heartbeat. Like every time
Okay.
you heartbeat, it's like a vibrant little glow.
I was just gonna imagine I was Iron Man for a bit.
Nope.
no such.
That would be obnoxious as fuck.
It would. It also give you disadvantage on all of your stealth.
Literally,
Oh, God.
you would
That'd be
not be
terrible.
able to stealth.
Why do you think Iron Man doesn't
Putting
stealth?
headlights on you. Oh god.
So, what are the rest of you doing?
I'm waiting for everybody to be downstairs.
Ellie would have woke up
Breakfast.
punctually.
I assume that doesn't take very long, and everyone's downstairs eating breakfast, doing
Yep.
whatever they need to do.
So now what do we do?
we had,
Second.
we
Are we
need,
going back in there or what?
we need
should
information,
prepare.
and we Prepare, yes.
We've gotten a bit of information,
Not enough.
not anywhere near enough. We've gotten information that there's likely some sort of cultic activity going on, and we're likely dealing with vampires.
Did we tell them about like the 3 cults?
The 3.
Yeah,
spawns
you
that-
Yeah.
you told us about the
three
three
things,
yeah.
major evil things.
That was yesterday while we were talking about your seizure from
Mhm.
a book of corruption. Like, it is like common sense. It's a cult of corruption. I'm still surprised you guys, just all 3 of you, went and read it at the same time.
I mean, it wasn't their book. It was it was Mike Temple's research on the cult.
Yes, but it's still a corrupting influence. You have to be careful with things like that, even if it came from temples that we came from.
Well, yeah, the temple checked it and they didn't have a seizure.
Yes.
How were
Maybe
we
ask if
supposed to
there's
know?
any sort of,
maybe
horrible
we should go to
things
the
that will
temple.
happen if you read the book.
Maybe I should go to a temple.
If they knew that, they would have told us.
They did, more than likely. They probably just forgot to mention it. You know, like when you read a book, leave it there for a couple hundred years, and then come back. You probably would not remember everything straight up.
Well, then don't hand it out
What
to
do you
people
say?
that come asking.
Anyway,
So if any of you have sway with any of the other temples, I'd suggest checking in and see any assistance that they may be able to give us.
Well
Not a
then.
bad idea, is it, Ellie? We should probably head over to Tempest.
that we should.
Sadly, all of them seem to be like very terrified of this cult.
About this time, I'm going to say, a certain individual walks into the room, sits down at the bar, and starts asking questions of the bartender, looking for a group of adventurers.
Do we hear?
Yes.
So we hear this.
What does this individual look like?
He says it loud enough for everyone in the room to hear. He is a short, stout man, about like 5 foot or 5'2" ish in that range, and he has golden hair and black beard. It's a very weird comparison or whatever. That word.
Contrast.
Contrast, that one. And he also has thick glasses on his face, or spectacles in this time. And he has a long purple robe with a gold trim with a blue emblem on the back of it.
Ooh, purple robe.
Purple robe, always the best.
Let's see what this guy was asking for. Maybe it'll probably get us good information, maybe it won't. We can always turn him down.
Could be work, too.
Yes, get us a little bit of money to work with to help us with this endeavor.
Oh, you're the more diplomatic.
Okay, let's go. So Ellie goes to work.
Sorry, I just dropped another piece of beef because I'm an idiot. I swear, I keep dropping every single piece of beef I have on my plate. It's awful.
Yeah. Ellie goes to walk up to the guy to ask him what he is asking for adventurers to do.
And Nala follows.
He says, I see you've found me out. And he speaks in a weird accent. You've never heard this kind of accent before. He looks like he has very sunken eyes and look like he's very, very tired. And he, as stealthily as possible, tries to pass a note over to you. And it just says simply on inside, "Meet me upstairs." And he says, "I'm going to rent," and says like basically the penthouse, and he slams down a sack of or not a sack, like a, I guess like a little coin purse of gold, saying, "I want the best
Pouch.
in the inn." And he says, well, the bartender says it. It says, "All right, here's the key. Thank you for visiting us, Lord Pellair."
Lord what?
Lord Pellair.
Huh. Okay, no name that we know of.
Nope.
Not this time.
You're welcome. That's his name.
The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Sure.
Tu madre.
What's happening already? They're making fun of all the names I give them.
Well, you still haven't made anywhere near as ridiculous a name as Pervon.
No,
so...
no, I haven't. Nope. Pervon, motherfucker.
Like, seriously? How
Who the
did he
fuck comes
expect
up
that
with shit?
not to get made fun of?
I think he did. He just didn't want to admit
Especially got Laura.
it.
No, I'm guessing he never said that name out loud, and like
He
in
never
his head,
did.
he was like, "That's probably fine." And as soon as he said it out loud, he was like, "Well, fuck."
Palais.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on how you pronounce it.
Pellair.
Yeah.
Yeah, Palais. Anyway,
And
we're gonna go up to meet him then. Is anyone else gonna come with us? Ellie would ask them.
Yeah, I'm gonna be behind whoever like starts walking up the stairs first. So I'll be like second.
Okay.
Ellie would be first.
I'll follow.
So as
Caleb.
she's going like up the stairs, I'm gonna put my hand on her shoulder and cast resistance. So you'll get a 1d4. You can add a 1d4 to your saving throw.
Sweet.
So you guys go upstairs. You've never been to this part of the inn before. Apparently, there is a third floor to the inn that you guys have not been to. It is behind a locked door.
Currently unlocked.
You thought it was just another room, but the door is open at the end of the hallway up the stairs, and there's another staircase that leads up. And it's kind of like going up the elevator to the penthouse. Like there's always like this weird number in the elevator that has like a keyhole in it, and that's how you get to the penthouse. That's basically what this doorway is. You guys walk up, and the room is extraordinarily fancy. Like there is purple and, well, I guess the fancy colors that you can possibly think of all over the room, along with a very, I guess, ornate would be the best word, statue just standing in the middle of the room. It is a bucking horse with basically a solid ruby man on the back. He doesn't have any features on his face. It just looks like he has a blank expression.
I'm gonna
And
lean
he's
into.
wielding a broadsword.
I'm gonna lean
And
into.
the statue
Ellie,
is made of marble and ruby.
and I'm gonna whisper, "Are all noble suites this tacky?"
Probably.
Ellie just goes, yes.
How did you live with that?
So, Lord Pellair is
Oh.
leaning in front of the statue, reading a book, and hears you guys enter. Says, "Please make yourself at home. There are benches all along the sides of the room. The others will be here soon." I see you brought your guests.
Yes. Ellie quirked
Turned
her
around.
brow slightly as she goes to politely sit down.
I plump
Um,
myself in a seat next to her.
He takes note of this and just like huffs a little bit. Like he wasn't expecting common folk. He expected, nice people, I guess you could say. And after all of you have sat down, I don't know how many have gone up, but who said that they were going up? Just so I know and remember.
I did.
I was going up.
So
I think we're all
five.
going
Yeah,
up.
I think we're all there.
Oh, okay, so you're all actually there. Awesome. besides, Mr. fucking Angel, who has to go do life and stuff.
Yeah.
His ship
Sure,
captain
him
is
having a
like,
real life.
Fucking
the ship,
pirate.
the ship captain is apparently keeping him busy.
Possibly, you don't know, because he didn't tell you anything.
He said it's like, I had to talk to my captain. That's it. That's all that happened.
What
He
happened
just
to my
disappeared.
What in the fuck was that?
That's a good question.
Tornado.
So, after a couple minutes of you guys just sitting there in awkward silence, because honestly, he doesn't say a word to you. If you try and spark up a conversation with him, he just says, take a moment, have patience. The rest will be here, and I will explain all that has currently happened.
For the rest.
And about 5 minutes after he says this, two men walk into the room. One of them you guys don't know, except for Ellie and Nala. It's the mayor. And he is also ornately and fancily dressed with a top hat and a monocle because he is outdoors and needs to be fancy as fuck. He's wearing solid black with blue trim and a gold chain that hangs from his pocket. It looks kind of like the chain of a pocket watch. And he sits, or I guess you could say sits, basically like leans up against the statue next to Lord Belair. Or I said it already, damn it!
Palais.
It's already working.
The other man you guys do not know, none of you have met him, and he also leans up against the statue with the other two. He is less fancy than the other two. He does seem to have, like money. 'Cause he has, yes, that's how you explain it.
I was laughing at Nala.
Yeah, I saw that.
Can we tell what race they are?
They are all human. The one that is less fancy than the other two, he has a blue, what is it called? Tunic with brown trousers. He has a holy symbol around his neck with, I guess you could say like a bowler hat, but less round. It's more like less round, but more like a bucket.
Would I be able to tell what type of could I make a roll to tell what type of holy symbol it is?
Yes, you may. Make a religion check.
Yeah,
A what check? I didn't hear
A
you.
religion check.
Oh, come on!
Nice.
Get fucked.
Lol.
You have no idea who that god is.
Nala does.
By the way, the religion, or not religion, the religious symbol and holy symbol is a burning pair of eyes with bandages around them.
Okay. So does my 18 give me anything?
Isn't that Daniel?
You've seen
Gillian's god?
something like this before, but it is not anything like this. Like, it wasn't burning eyes; it was burning hands. And that's a pretty common god symbol. But these you've never seen before, and it's not jogging your memory where you might have seen it before if you had. You do get that it is a good patron, considering it is made of gold and has what is that symbol called? Kind of like the Autobot symbol, like it's good, but it's
Okay.
for D&D and not evil. So you also could like say you try to sense evil and there's no evil coming off of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, not anything you've seen before.
It's not good not to Ellie just to confirm that she shouldn't be suspicious of that.
Yeah, I'll be like, it's a good god, but obscure from what I can tell. I've only seen
Remember.
a few things similar, nothing exactly like it.
Any of you who have religious training, you do have to have like a trained religion in order to make the check. Unless
I got an 8. I wouldn't.
All right.
Caitlin's bored. She's like not interested.
That's
Nah,
boring.
I'm not paying attention. It's fine. That's okay. Yeah, you don't get much else besides that it's a holy symbol and it is from a god. You don't know if they're good or bad. However, after they all lean against the statue, 3 more individuals come in, and these are guards. They have thick black armor with golden trim around the helmet pieces, and I guess you could say it's a cape, but it's shorter than a cape. I forgot what that's actually called.
A cow?
Yeah, cow. Thank you. I can never remember what it's called.
Why do I remember every word that you're trying to remember?
Because they're weird words.
It's
And
just
what I have.
me fucking up the words I'm trying to remember.
one stands near the door, and the other 2 stand on either side of the statue. And Lord Pelaire says, "We brought you, we allowed you here to convey a message. The mayor has told me of a recent development upon the unfortunate circumstances of the manor in the near the market squares. I must warn each of you, that manor is not old, per se. It is recently built about 100 years ago by the... I forget what I named them.
Lord Salar?
Yeah, Lord Salar, that one. By Lord Salar and his family. It was kept in the city for only 2 reasons. There was family, and there was also a debate on who would actually own it. That debate was recently beaten, or not, settled recently, and the Lord Salar and his family were beaten out. They were not allowed to continue keeping the house, considering most of them are long since dead or in other parts of the world. Instead, the family caretaker is taking care and looking over it for the time being. He's also one of the lords in this city. He's the one that hired you, or at least told the mayor to hire you. And we did so thinking that it would just be cleared from the undead that reside there. We, however, had no idea that there would be more than just undead in that house. The cult that they warned me of is one that the city has dealt with before. More specifically, the cult of Dagon is an ancient cult from our city's past. Before it was a city on the water, it was instead a bridge that went from one town to the other town. I forgot what the other town is called. Hawkinstead and Vidar. Basically, the bridge was called Finnair Bridge, and it was the largest bridge in the world until it was taken over and destroyed by the cult of Dagon. And that bridge itself was actually along the northern edge, right over here. I'll point it out with this. I don't know if you actually are you guys on the same page as me?
Yeah.
You are. Okay.
Yep.
Just wanted to make sure. Didn't know if you were or not. So that's where the bridge was, and there was another one down here that went to this side of the island, and then another one here, and another one there. But the main one was here. And that bridge was the largest in the world for quite some time. Now there's other ones all over the world that are much bigger.
Yeah.
And the cult itself was defeated by one of the orders of Bill Kryzen. More specifically, it was one of their arch nemesis. And the undead are not something that we are unfamiliar with in this town. We have dealt with them before. Ghouls are not something that we are afraid of. What we are afraid of is what lurks in that house besides the ghouls. The cult had not been seen for, like I said, a very long time. But vampires, of an actual vampire creature inside that house, is something that I am deathly afraid of, considering the last vampire we ever heard of in this area was no normal vampire. It was a vampire lord. And he slaved over thousands of individuals, and nearly killed one of the greatest heroes that ever lived. And it was their fight that nearly destroyed this city, or at least the budding parts of this city, and it was what destroyed the actual bridge itself.
Does that sound like what my vision, like, does it sound like he's describing what happened in my vision?
What he actually describes is the destruction of the bridge and the surrounding area of that, which is north of the town. If you were to actually try and go out to the northern edge of the town, which I don't think any of you have done that yet, you can still see parts of the ruins. And yes, it sounds as if that is somewhat like what you have seen. It also sounds like it's so old that it was part of the age of Arcana. So it's basically like so far gone that there is no point in bringing it back up, because there's no way that a creature that long and that dead is still around in this area specifically. But you get that vision that you were given was more like this is the result of what happened. It wasn't like, oh, this is a warning for the future to come, but it could happen again if things were not to
Be handled.
be taken care of as quickly as possible. And this time the mayor actually speaks up and says, the ghouls that we hired you to kill were not an issue. We could have hired anyone to do that. It was the fact that there was so many of them. The guards themselves are good at quelling one or two here or there when they pop out. But trying to go into a hive that at any moment could have become active, it would have been a slaughter, and we would have lost a lot of men. But you were able to quell most of the creatures inside the house. Now we need to ask you one more thing. We need you to do the rest of the job. But I would prefer that you don't come in contact with the vampire. If you do, leave immediately, as fast as possible. That won't be part of your contract. However, if you are able to destroy the vampire inside the house, we will give you, we'll call it a bonus. Don't expect that as a thank you. Expect it as this is a necessity and it needs to happen eventually. We don't expect you to do it just yet. From what we understood, the cult itself is trying to raise more and more of these creatures and fill that house to the brim, and most likely try to destroy the entire town with said hive. It might not even be the only hive in the city. But we'll leave that to you to discern. Now, I need all of you, I need to ask each of you one thing.
Very well.
Did you see the creature transform?
No.
No.
We do not see any creatures transform, no.
Saw giant bats.
I
They
mean,
were undead. One had glowing
Bats.
eyes.
Giant bats with red eyes.
bats are different from what I'm asking, because it could be seen as a disguise or a way of keeping themselves concealed. We've had rumors of these creatures picking up people in the middle of the night, and they would never be seen again. Both from Vadir and from Vidar and Hackenstead.
Creatures that are not necessarily bats, you mean?
No, they're bats. They were giant bats, and they
Okay.
swoop in and then leave with someone, usually a child or a smaller individual. And it's been happening for months, but they didn't know that it was related to the house. So they had actually sent out word to other individuals in the other towns that this was happening. So the fact that it's also related to the house is disturbing, because all those children and people that were taken, they could now be thralls of a vampire. And if that's the case, then you're looking at an army of vampires.
Well, to be
Even-
fair, in that mention, we didn't see any more people besides people inside the cult. So if they are taking people,
you
it
also
may not
only
be
went
there.
into one room when you went upstairs.
Yeah, that's true. There was one
So
room we
far,
didn't go.
we didn't explore the whole house.
Nope, we did not.
I'm just saying we didn't see them.
So another thing,
Did we mention the bird people?
what?
The bird people?
You mean the bats?
No, the cult.
No,
the,
weren't there
the
like
wings.
bird people that escorted us out?
They had like wings and
The
stuff.
leather-
Oh, you mean the cultists?
The cultists.
The cultists.
Oh yeah.
Bird people.
They
Did
had-
you guys have wings like that?
they had literal wings, not
Yeah,
real wings.
literal wings.
Did
Yes, but they were bat wings, basically.
Oh, okay.
So no, they were not Aarakocra.
They were leathery, not feathery. Besides all of this, we have another individual here. He is a priest of sorts. He runs the temple of oh God, what god was it? Why can't I remember this? Oh yes, the temple of Bahamut in the city. He is technically he is human, but he has had many interactions with other draconic creatures, and he specifies in dealing with these kind of creatures. He has done so in the past. It says, "Father, if you would be so kind, I would like you to at least give some kind of record of the creatures that we have come across in this city." The father actually bows his head and says, "Certainly, my lord." And from his tunic, somehow, somewhere, he draws out a massive book. It is very, very thick, like basically the thickness of a broadsword.
He has a pocket of holding.
Sure, we'll go with that. It looks like a giant tome, basically, but in book form. And he puts it on the ground and starts flipping through it with mage hand because he's doing that. And he points out like several pages of ghouls and creatures like that. But the big one that you guys see, which was actually pretty recent, was these bats. The numerous amount of bats that they've seen in the past 20, 30 years. Every single one of them being giant variety and having red eyes. But almost every single one that they've come across in the city has been killed or, what do you call it? Executed. Especially,
Exterminated.
yeah, exterminated. That one. You know, like bugs. Also, thank you for being my brain today. Because apparently you're the extension of my brain. The biggest one that they've seen, which he points to, is another vampire that had left the town. Apparently, like they found and sent him out like as fast as possible. This was before any of you were born, because it was 30 years ago. Well, born, not in the town at least. And that was an individual by a Lord Sailor. I just dropped the dice. Damn it. Or die, not dice. And he speaks about these weird creatures that none of you have ever heard about. Actually, make a what is it called? I guess a history check to see if you guys have ever heard of these things.
Thanks.
Nah, inside doesn't work for that.
Yeah.
Nope.
Where's my history?
You need to stop rolling with roll 20.
Hey, I got a good roll.
Pretend.
All right.
I don't know more than me.
Okay. So anyone over 15 would know these creatures. They're very, very old, They're not from this time period, actually. Like, they basically evolved, if you could call it that way. They're basically like, they're an evolved form of ghouls that basically turn from being zombie-like creatures to being kind of like a mix between. Any of you actually play Fallout before?
Yes.
Yep.
Cool.
Okay. So ghouls and feral ghouls and stuff like that, but basically a glowing one. It's now an irradiated ghoul, or in this case, it would be a poisoned ghoul.
Oh
And
god,
it is,
a revenant. Not revenant. Damn it.
Definitely
I was
not a
trying to-
revenant.
No, I'm thinking of something from Fire Emblem, but yeah, forget it.
But basically, these are intelligent, and the few that they've seen basically led other ghouls. And they spoke and did things that were supposedly impossible for other ghouls, but this one specifically are extremely dangerous. And it takes a small army to kill one.
Oh, yeah.
And they say, we believe the creature that is controlling these ghouls, or at least is trying to control them, is in that house. The other part of the job that we didn't believe was going to happen. We thought everything that we needed was already dead. We thought the vampire was gone. We thought the ghouls were the only thing that we needed to take care of. Now it seems that that creature that we had told you about is back, and we need you to kill it. Because we've sent guards after this thing before, and that's what we thought killed them. We lost over 100 guards doing that.
Jesus.
That's rough.
Yeah, it is. He also says, if you do find it and kill it, we'll increase your pay by quite a bit. And this isn't from the owner of the manor. This is from the mayor and the other merchants in the town. We need this thing gone, because if he is able to corrupt any other creatures besides just the ghouls, then we're looking at basically this town becoming a ghost town and ruled by the undead. And no one here would be thankful for that.
No.
Indeed.
These 3 guards that you see here are elite guards. These are basically, they're called denizen guards. They are, in a way, magically enthralled to the ruling family of the town. They have no voice, they do not speak, but they are very, very loyal. We are willing to lend them to you if that is what you need in order to do this job. However, if they die in service, we'll deduct from your payment, considering they're extremely hard to train and I almost said make. Create.
Okay, non so yet.
I don't feel right about using them.
No.
We
Do
can
you
handle
have-
this.
Do you have anything material that we could use to gain an advantage against these kind of monsters?
Holy
So
So
stuff.
you don't have to risk your
Wow.
valuable soldiers and
We
just
can give
equip
you
us
holy
better?
water, but that's about it. We don't have much in this town that we haven't already used in the past. Holy water is basically all that we can give for now.
Oh, that will be helpful, maybe. What do you guys think?
Well,
Yeah,
No,
definitely.
Take anything.
I could definitely use some holy oil.
We are looking to prepare properly.
it would take a little bit.
Supposedly, the manor also has another entrance somewhere besides the main one, which was probably being watched. My best guess is that they somehow are able to enter the house through the sewer system. If that is the case, there is an entrance to the sewers in the middle of the town, the market squares. It's not very obvious, but there is a entrance directly in the middle. It's actually underneath the emblem that you guys saw in the middle of the square, which is the emblem of the city. Which actually connects to basically the other part in the city. Sewers, dude. They need to do that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You said that there's a chance they could have been infiltrating somewhere else in the city as well.
Possibly, we don't know yet.
Do you
That's why we're
suspect
sending-
anywhere?
If we do know that they're infiltrating, the only other place that I can think of that would be confirmed or plausible would be he points on a map that he takes out from his pocket. Oh, Jesus Christ, I'm so burpy and I hate it. It would be this manor on the other side of town over here. In between the temple square and the noble square, it's this house right here. Like if I were to try and point it out as best as I can, it's this house.
Right here. The little red dot I just made.
No,
One to the left, upper left.
Yeah. Upper left from there.
So
Okay, I see.
that one right there.
Yes, that one. And that would be abandoned as well. However, it's not been as abandoned for very long. It's been abandoned for about a month.
We can investigate the house there. Probably sooner than we're going to go back into the
Yeah,
main
we should
manor.
probably do that because if they're infiltrating both places, they'll probably want to
Break out
connect the
one.
two so they can
Mhm.
travel between them.
Fast travel, yay!
And plus, this one's a little more residential, so a little greater.
That would be more dangerous too.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
more people to
considering,
take
you know,
from.
Residential usually means more people to make into ghouls.
Okay, so first.
But if
order-
it hasn't been as abandoned as long, they might not have
It might be very
Built up.
early in the
They
had
have-
a good start.
Oh, I should
Lack
also
of a
mention
presence,
that
maybe.
the sewer system actually only runs through the, what is it called?
residential and
No, not
merchant.
resident. No, like, what is it called? Renovated, I guess? Like the old part of the town which doesn't have cobblestone or that much,
Mhm.
stonework. It's,
Yeah, renovated the
That's renovated.
updated.
Updated. That part of the town, which is called the backyard, it does not have a sewer system. You would actually find an entrance on that, like on the edge of where that meets the updated and renovated part of the city. You could actually find a some entrance there.
And the word you mean rebuilt.
Rebuild that one.
Why am I in the brain today? Jesus.
I don't know. Like seriously, you just come up with every single word that I cannot think of for some reason. I mean, I'm not
Okay.
complaining. I'm very happy because otherwise I would not be able to think of these things.
It's just freaking me out. Anyway, so first order of business: investigate that. Prepare. Actually, no. First, prepare.
Prepare. We want
Then
to go in.
Yeah.
We don't want to go in guns blazing and half cocked.
Yes.
So we'll need some
Lightly
holy
prepare,
oil.
prepare, investigate, then mostly prepare.
So he also points to the priest and says, "Father, you are no longer needed here. You can be on your way. Tell the others that the guards are no longer needed. We will take them back to the guard posts." And the father nods and picks up his book again and starts walking out with the other guards.
Ellie gives a polite farewell to him.
I nod.
He does not respond.
Just common courtesy anyway.
The guards also do not respond. They actually
Yeah, I know. I suspected from what he did, what he told me.
Yeah.
They don't do.
The mayor also says one last thing after they leave. I would suggest doing this as soon as possible. If we allow them to quell or not quell,
Swell.
swell, quell, whatever the hell the
Build
word
up.
is. Not really. It's
Ooh, you failed.
lick their wounds, basically. Like right now, they're down and a lot, but they're not out. There's still a lot of them, and they can still make more if need be. and they might actually become desperate and start taking citizens from
The
the
immediate
town
vicinity.
in daylight. Which, if that happens, then you're talking about basically a full-scale war in the town, because ghouls will start taking and converting people almost immediately, and it'll be a lot of them all at once. So basically, chop chop, get to it.
Okay.
First order
I
of
think it's
business is the
just-
newest setup.
So the mayor leaves, and only Lord Pellair is there left, and says, I'm friends with the lord that originally hired this merry band, and he told me of what he planned to give to you should you accomplish his new goal. The merchants of this town are in debt to anyone who would save their mercantile, considering it is their entire way of life. The merchants are willing to pay you, all of you, each 5,000 gold in order to do this job. This is not going to be simple for you.
Oh boy.
I almost guarantee you this will last, or not a long time. It's going to take some effort to do this. We gave you the option of taking the guards because it would most likely help save the town faster than it would if you did it alone. However, there is another thing that you guys need to know that the others did not know about. The vampire that we told you about didn't leave town. He never left town.
I figured.
Yeah.
I assume you know about Salar.
Yes.
Not Lord Salar. Salar.
Yes.
Well, if he told us about it,
we told you guys about it.
okay.
Yeah.
It's secret anyway, like whispered,
Mhm.
so no one else heard anything about that.
He was a troubled child. He often spoke of ancient tales and the occult information that he continued to gather from temples. He also spoke of another individual that we had previously not known about until just recently. It was actually the real vampire in that manner. Salar is not a vampire. He is a thrall. Or more specifically, a converted thrall. I only know this because I've seen him several times. He's not who he used to be. If you can find him, don't kill him. His father threw him out because of what he did and what he buried himself in. I understood his plea and I gave him what he needed, which was hospitality and kindness. I let him stay in my household for as long as he needed, and then he disappeared.
You offered
After
him
he-
asylum.
Yeah. Well, not really asylum, considering
Well,
his father banished him
Sanctuary.
from his household. Sanctuary.
Sanctuary.
Best way I could put it. But he was a good kid. He knew when to do his job and knew when not to speak out. He was a good kid. He was willing to do things that others were not, and I think that's what got him involved in what he's doing now. If you find him,
I have
try
to
and
raise,
convert him.
I have to raise a point. Do you honestly believe he can be saved from what he is?
I do.
You
If the vampire is there, then that means he's killable. If the vampire isn't there, then that means that it's already too far gone.
I'm going to have to tell you this. When we met Salar in the house, I can confirm he was undead.
Thralls often concede to their masters' wishes of becoming a vampire, or at least in this case, a converted thrall. Thralls are people that are basically killed and then brought back from the dead.
Oh, okay, vampire spawn.
Vampires. Yes.
Spawn.
Yes. That's basically what happens is if he is a converted thrall, which is vampire spawn, or in this case a fledgling vampire, then that means that you would have to kill him. If he's not, then there might be a way of reverting the thrall. I guess thrallism. I don't know what it would actually be called.
Enthrallment.
Enthrallment. We'll go with that.
Ouch, my back.
It could just be that his mind is taken, and that hopefully is curable. If it's not, then go ahead with what you need to do.
My point is that if he was merely a thrall to a vampire, he would be alive.
No, he would be undead. He would register as undead because he has the
Really?
influence of undead on him. You don't know this because you've never been there, but I'm just saying, like,
Okay.
or you would at least know of situations where that would happen, but you don't know that it would most 1,000% be undead.
Okay.
You don't come across thralls all the time.
Fair enough.
If anything, you've read about them. Now you get to see one.
Oh boy.
Thralls are cool, by the way. Like, they're actually a lot of fun to play with. Like I said, if you're able to, try and revert him. If not, do your job. And then he leaves.
Looks like we have a lot of things cut out for us.
Yup! Welcome to Vampire Central, bro.
First, you and I need to
I'm a
head to...
vampire. I'm a vampire.
First order of business, we should head down to the temple, Ellie.
Get some holy oil.
Yes, we should. You mean water?
Anyone
Well,
who wishes
water,
to...
oil.
Well, oil would be more helpful for us.
Holy water, one of them. Either.
Yeah.
Anyone who
Oil.
wishes to accompany us to our temple is more than welcome.
Which temple was it?
Tempest.
Temple of Tempest.
Ellie just giggles at that. Well, hopefully we don't end up having to do a duel before we get any answers.
Depends on who's
Duel.
running it.
True.
Tempest is the god of honorable battle.
I'm gonna follow you guys.
I knew he was gonna say that.
He's like he just wants to be there.
Dude, I
Alright,
want to see
so
fights. And
Ellie and
fights.
Nala headed off to the Temple of Tempest, and Azor is in tow.
I'll probably follow along.
Yeah, I don't see
Stopping
why
to
we
my
should be
We should separate.
temple and
separate.
Separate the party, separate the party.
No.
Let's go party.
I'm gonna leave down.
Party. All right.
I'm gonna hop on a boat
yeah,
and
I'm
just
just
leave.
gonna like go back to my quarters. I've decided that this
I'm
thing
going-
life is not for me.
And you're all
going-
dead.
I'm going home. Yes.
That tree was a mimic.
The boat was a mimic. Everything's
the
a
entire
mimic.
island is a mimic.
Oh shit!
Next, you're gonna tell me the water's a mimic?
Yes, that too.
Oh god, liquid mimics. I hate those.
Ha,
Oh god.
It's just one giant blue slime.
Yes.
Wow, that would be one big ass slime.
it
Oh,
is
yeah.
actually a cleverly disguised Latinus cube.
Oh yeah, of course. Totally. 100%.
Challenge rating
Okay.
600.
I love how I took a fork and yet I haven't used it yet.
Awesome. Alright, so we're all headed to the Temple of Tempest then.
Yep.
I thought someone
You
said
got-
they were getting on a boat and leaving.
Well, bye, Icarus. It was nice knowing you. You are the last original character to die.
I'm on a boat.
Alright. So you guys start heading out to go to Tempest. The Temple of Tempest.
Oh, we're gonna go see the god himself. Be like, yo, bitch, what's up?
Yeah, that'll go great for you guys.
He would just bitch slap us out of the.
He just go like, nah, out.
Let's fight, yo.
Peace, you're dead. So you guys eventually get to the temple. It takes like maybe an hour to get there. And the people who go to Tempest aren't usually like normal churchgoers. Like, oh, it's a Sunday. I tried time to go to praise God or whatever or something like that. These are warriors. These are people who go to war all the damn time, or people who at least have seen war. And almost every single person there is either a veteran in armor, like guards, or literally just mercenaries, because they need those kind of things.
Yep.
And some of these people are fucking huge. Like, they are 6.5 feet tall and 1,000% muscle.
Kind of like a shorter
they're all-
Nala.
They're all praying. There is a couple duels here and there. They're not fighting. They're like, hey, this is a spar, and we're all friends here, and we're not going to kill each other because that would be bad and dishonorable. But the priest is basically a war priest that has a giant hammer that beats the living shit out of people who don't pray. Speaking of which, not all of you are going there to pray. So who is and who isn't going to pray?
Oh, I would definitely be praying.
I will not.
Ellie would be praying.
I would
Would you at least tell your friends that happens at temples like this?
Oh yeah.
Where-
Okay, this is like
you get
before
a
we
beat- yeah.
before we step on the grounds, Ellie just stops and turns around. Okay, word of warning: some of the priests that run these temples, if you're not here to pray, they might try to beat the shit out of you.
And they love
I'm used to
hammers.
And when do they stop?
Until you.
That depends.
That actually, it does depend. If
And
you
he's
start
just like-
praying, they stop and they heal you. However, if you don't start praying, they keep beating you until you're unconscious, and then they heal you and throw you out.
What if they can't hit you?
If they can't hit you, then they laugh and it turns into a duel.
Yes, so don't antagonize the priests.
It'd be a bad idea.
Very.
They outnumber you.
By a lot. One of them is bound to hit you.
That would be really funny, just seeing Azor get surrounded by 8 priests.
Start doing
Bang
matrix
bang
shit.
time, boys.
With hammers. With a
Actually, I'm
little
almost-
bang.
I'm almost wanting to see how long he would last.
Nala.
I
Not
fought some
long.
pretty shitty guys.
Don't.
It's up to you as to whether or not you wish to pray, but
So,
Yeah, that's cool.
so
You
as
have
you
been
walk in,
forewarned.
it's as close as you can get to a fighting pit as you possibly can. When I said there was a couple fights, about half the people in here are fighting.
Yeah,
More
that's
specifically, they're sparring, like they're wooden weapons,
Practicing, training.
some kind of stuff. It's almost like this is a barracks. You see more guards than you do patrons, and almost every single one of them is either sparring or praying. There are even several who are in priest garbs and are learning how to become a priest. And you actually see a couple of the priests beating people who aren't praying.
That's great.
Like, it happens
Why would you come
basically
here?
every day.
Are they drunkards?
Sure.
Who wonder
Call
where
them
they shouldn't?
drunkards. They like the drink. You do see a couple dwarves, like basically people who are resilient warriors. None of the priests go near them. Some of them don't even pray, like they're just sitting off to the side, doing whatever it is that they need to do. And you do see one person in particular that catches your eye. He actually has a war captain hat on. I say hat, helmet. Basically, it's like a captain of the guard, but it's in war. Like if this was a war party, then he would be the commander of that army.
right.
And it's kind of like a centurion from the Roman army, where he has like this cool forget what that's actually called. The furry part that's on top of that.
The plume.
The plume, yes, the plume. And like royal armor looking stuff with red outlines and the emblazoned symbol of
Is he a broom head?
No. Well,
Aw.
I guess you could call it a broom head, but really they would take offense to that.
Oh, I know they would.
Yeah, beat
but-
your ass in.
It would be something like that, but yeah. And he is completely left alone. No one sits near him. He is praying by himself, and you don't get much features off of him other than the full suit of armor that he's wearing, which has hundreds, if not thousands, of little nicks and dents all over it. He has seen battle.
Do not mess with that one. Ellie just says offhandedly.
You actually see up at the front, you know how most temples, they have like the place that you pray or statues of places that you go to and pray to.
Yes.
And like the altars where the priests usually do their sermons and stuff like that. Well, it's not an altar, and it's not like a little freaking speaking box thing. It's literally a ring where several priests are fighting each other, and one of them, he has no clothes on besides a loincloth, and he has a holy symbol around his neck, and literally just carries a small construction hammer, and is beating the living shit out of several priests. You get the sense this is probably the high priest, the leader of the entire church. Or I say the entire church, but the church of this area.
Right.
And he is holding his own against 6 war priests. And he's beating the shit out of every single one of them. His hammer almost looks like it should be breaking with every single swing, because it like shakes after he hits, like it's like wobbling back and forth. It's wood with a piece of metal at the tip, so really this should be breaking, but it's not. And every single time you hear it hit someone, you hear bones crunching, and you also hear either someone crying or kind of like, oh dear God, I want to go home, or something like that, because he's beating the shit out of all of them. And after a couple moments of this, when you guys eventually get up to the edge of the ring, he stops and he bows to all of the priests, start hobbling away and going to the back of the temple to heal their wounds. And one of them actually stands up and walks next to the high priest, whispers in his ear, and hands him a robe, which is covered in kind of like felt, but not. It looks fake. It doesn't look like an actual fancy robe that's made of really nice clothing or anything like that. It looks like
It's laminated.
It's like laminated kind of stuff. It's made for function rather than being fancy and shit. And he puts it on to cover up anything, and you see him start to glow, kind of like how Doctor Who starts to glow when he's regenerating, but it's a little dimmer than that, and his wounds immediately heal. And he walks over to the rest of you and says, "Ellie, Nala, it's good to see you again."
And he just chuckles.
Oh, how you doing, you daft bastard?
This is Gaston, the high priest of the Temple of Tempest in Fenrir.
No one.
Like,
Yep.
Nope.
I made this character, guys. You're welcome.
No one next has incredibly thick Gaston. Oh my god. Greatest thing.
He does not start breaking out in song. Yes.
Disappointed.
Oh,
I'm giving
Gaston,
this
place-
the high priest.
Giving this place a 2 out of 5 on Yelp.
what the hell's Yelp?
Don't worry
Fourth
about
wall
it.
break.
He says
Everything
pseudo
starts to bleed.
out of context. Anyway.
Man, I gotta go listen to that. I hate you.
So, what can I do you for?
We're investigating some nasty business in this city. Wondering if you had any information that might be useful.
And pray before we set out to do our jobs.
Of
Ah,
course.
good. I would have to beat the shit out of you, didn't.
Oh, we know. After all, we've
Trust
been...
me, I learned.
Who are your friends?
These are adventurers that we've paid to tag along on this adventure of ours.
Hello.
Hopefully we did it
your
long enough.
sacrifices. Good to
Yes.
see them.
Actually, and I point to Azor, that one I think is really looking for a match.
Really?
Hey Azor,
Yes.
come over here.
I walk over.
This is Gaston. He's very good at what he does.
So, I should describe Gaston a little bit. He's almost as tall as Nala. And he is 1,000,000% solid muscle.
He's built like a brick shithouse.
Yeah, basically. He's got a little bit of a hairy chest. But almost every single part of him like exudes a warrior's honor, and he just seems like the kind of person that if you fight him, he's gonna have a lot of fun, but you're also gonna end up with a broken face. He is extremely happy as he has a grin on his face. He has several grin marks all over his face. He doesn't look like he's ever had a bad day in his entire life.
I'm grinning like a child right now.
I'm glad. He also like puts out his hand to give you a warrior grasp and
Yeah.
says, I'm glad to meet you, Azor. Were you actually looking for a fight?"
Maybe, well, sometime soon, but right now we're just trying to look for some supplies. Going off on a mission soon, so.
Come back soon. I'll gladly entertain that thought.
I look forward to it.
I'm glad. I do too.
I've
And
been
he's
for
just-
quite a while under Gaston.
And he's just giggling in the background at the sight.
Gaston just laughs openly, very merrily.
So,
Each of you-
Gaston,
Yep.
we're looking for holy water, holy oil, and any information on a rather nasty cult known as the Cult of Dagon.
What in the high heavens are you doing looking for them? They've been dead
Um,
for thousands of years.
Well,
Maybe
we
not as
found-
dead as we thought.
Yes.
We might have
Really?
run into a good number of their acolytes, I would assume, whilst investigating that old manor house.
Oh, you mean the Sailor Manor?
Yes, the Salem Manor.
I actually sent a couple of priests there not too long ago to
Wait.
hollow the grounds, but apparently they never came back.
Yeah, well, I
Oh.
think we found out why.
Yes.
There's a whole mess
Yeah,
of shit.
I'm the reason why. No, it's mostly because there's a bunch of vampires and undead there.
Yes,
No,
actually, we
it's
killed a
ridiculous.
bunch of ghouls.
Yeah,
Giant
those
bats.
were what killed my men, and I'm the one that told everyone else that there were a bunch of ghouls there. Honestly, as much as I would like to help you, we only have a few vials of holy oil. It's actually becoming much harder to make some, considering almost all these temples need more and more holy oil. They're paranoid that their temples are going to be raided by a bunch of ghouls.
That
Oh,
may not be
boy.
far off if we don't act quickly.
I can give you as much holy water as you need, but holy oil, I'm also going to need to ask that you pay.
Of course.
Unfortunately, as much as I would like to just give it to you, I really can't. We don't have the resources to just keep supplying other individuals without being compensated for it.
Okay.
We
how
wouldn't
much
want
would
to
it cost?
jeopardize the security of.
For you
Yeah.
two, they're only 50 apiece. We can give you 4.
Well, I currently have 100, and I have a few gems that I could trade for that too. Actually, wait, let me look at my inventory real quick.
Uh-huh.
Let's see, character. Okay, I have enough gems to actually buy all of them, all 4. I have they're all
Here's the question: what gems do you have?
Jasper, onyx, and 2 quartz.
The second you bring out the onyx, he says, "Ooh, I've been needing one of those. I'll give you 2 vials of holy oil for that onyx."
She agrees heartily for that and gives it to him.
Okay, he takes it. The rest I'm gonna need to have you pay for.
Okay. I have 100 gold, so I could pay for that. Well,
There you go.
wait.
I'll pitch in 50.
Okay, so 50-50.
Yeah.
Literally.
Well, go ahead.
So yeah, he gets all 4 vials of holy oil.
Okay,
Oil.
subtracting.
Jesus Christ, I can't speak today. Holy oil.
Oily oil.
Holy oil.
Oily, oily.
Oily oil.
Holy oil.
Well, if we're talking
Holy
about
oil.
oily, holy people, I think Gaston might actually count for that.
So some other of the war priests start coming up, and they greet you and Ellie, obviously, because, you know, they know you.
Yep.
One of them brings out the case of holy oil and says, I assume you guys are going to purify that house of horrors on the other side of town.
We're also going
Yes.
to be looking at a more residential and close-by dwelling that may be
And
starting.
forward outpost.
Well, if you guys do end up going back to the manor, could we ask you to try and find our war priest for us?
We'll do
we,
our best.
We
know that they're in the
do what we
manor
can.
somewhere. We just don't know if they're still alive or dead. We just want to know.
We'll take
Okay.
every corpse.
Thank you.
And
Quest.
pray that we don't find their symbols among them.
Hopefully.
Wait, did I ever mention that Ellie's like 6 foot tall? It's like 5'9".
Cool.
Yeah. Anyway, so I know Ellie and Nala's gonna freaking pray. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So who doesn't pray?
I totally do that.
Once I see like what they're doing, I'm gonna like assume the position, just like thank Tempest
Yeah.
for
Not think.
the
As
help.
for like basically,
You ask
Being
for
going
his
to
grace
battle.
in battle.
yeah.
Yeah. You're asking.
I'm walking out the door. As soon as I go to pray, I'm just leaving.
Okay. So you leave.
We're gonna stare at the fights a bit.
The priests that see you leave, they don't give you like a glare. They just give like a knowing nod, like, oh, he's just non-religious. That's okay.
It's like get out now while you can.
Yeah, get out now, or else you're going to get beat the shit out of. Actually, one of them at the door of the temple bows to you and says, "Honor upon you," and then lets you leave.
Okay. Thank you.
Your grace period
next-
has ended. Get out before you get the shit kicked out of you.
Exactly.
Let's go now.
Okay, so I assume all of you are just like either fake praying or praying for real. I want to know the general idea of what you guys are praying for.
Ellie's actually just gonna want benefits to be able to finish this fight to basically protect basically everyone
Okay.
that's gonna be get rid of the undead.
So here's a better question: is anyone in the group asking for guidance?
I would ask that Tempest guides my blade to his enemy's throats.
Oh my God.
Okay, so no, not really. In
That's
that case,
I wouldn't actually.
type of
all of
guidance.
you are allowed to be let alone to pray, to do what you need to do, and eventually, after you're all done doing that, you go off to the side to converse with your dear friends. You
Yeah,
don't-
I'll probably have just like bend down and just like set a thanks for any help that they're offering, and then like walk out.
It's a he, by the way.
That's what I couldn't remember.
Tempest is in fact a very big dude.
With a very big. Wait. What?
I mean, yeah, he probably would.
Nice.
Hold on.
We're talking about swords, right?
Yes, very big sword.
They have
He loves
curved
big swords.
swords.
There's a little to the left.
Me, I'm an axe man myself.
Don't
Very
understand
funny.
what's going on. But
That
okay.
can give me cracks too. So you guys eventually do leave the temple. You are given the resources that you were asked to get.
So 4 crystals of holy oil.
Phoenix, where did Yen go when you left the temple? Did you just wait outside, or
So, is there a beach nearby?
there is not actually?
There is not a beach.
Beaches
Okay.
are very uncommon in this area, considering it is a river and it is running.
I forgot we were in a river. It was just like.
Yep.
Yeah, we
Nope.
are.
So I just kind of stood there and I picked up rocks and I threw them back down on the ground. Literally just entertained myself while I waited for people to get out.
Okay, well, you wait for about like 10 minutes outside. It is an extreme amount of time.
Mhm.
But when the rest of them do come out, war priests bow to each of you and say, "Honor upon you." And
Honor
once
upon you.
Nala and Ellie pass by, they say, "Go forth, brothers. Honor is within your grasp. Find sanctuary," and then bow, and then let you leave. Sanctuary. All right. So you guys leave. Where are you going to next?
Well, we should get some information in that, but we also should use the holy. We should.
We need more
Wait.
holy oil.
No, we get a good amount, but Wait, Silent. We need to freaking enchant Kylan's ammunition.
Oh, Kalen's ammunition, yeah.
Yeah, that would be helpful.
It would be.
It'll
What?
give you. I forgot what was the radiant damage it gives.
1d4, but it does take 4 hours to do so.
Yeah, so we do
And that's
that.
for every single arrow that you do it on.
Every single arrow takes.
Oh, no.
That's a quiver.
It takes
Quiver.
like
That's what I meant to say.
yeah, it takes the time to give like 12.
Every arrow would be like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So,
Ridiculous.
well, it could be either me or Nala that does that, but so we should get into investigating that abandoned house, really.
Yeah, I think we should.
Yeah, we should probably head there now. And if it seems like we need more supplies than what we've got, we can
Basically,
always
we taste
hit
the
up my
place.
temple.
Yeah,
Cursory
it's-
outlook from the outside. Then, if there's no activity that we can see in that stuff, we'll investigate a little bit later.
I do want to
I'll
at
follow
least
you.
take a look inside and see if there's any signs of activity.
Yes, okay, let's do that. If there's a lot, we will just prepare a little bit more, and then we will go in.
Why would you do that?
Do what?
No, I'm just saying, like, my egg roll is burnt. Why is it burnt?
Oh, you're
my
talking to the food. I
God.
thought you were talking to us.
No,
I was like
not
worried.
Like, oh god, did you do something wrong?
Why would you go and do that? It's the wrong way to go. You all die.
Alright,
Yep.
so we're headed over to the abandoned residential place.
Okay. So it is not as big as the other manor, but it is fairly sizable. It's a 3-story building, or 3 stories. And I had to remember what part of town you guys were in.
Yeah, it's over here in the west side.
Yep,
Well, I mean south side. Well,
Yes,
southwest.
southwest. It's west side. West side story, bros.
Fuck you.
You guys walk up to the building. It is a fairly plain-looking building, kind of like a city corner or street corner building with shutters closed. The doors are not rickety, but they look like they haven't been opened in a little bit. and it is a brick house, much like the other manor was. And
I'd like to investigate for signs of activity that.
so
Entry.
I wasn't done just yet. It is a 3-story building. It's about 50 feet across and 60 feet, like backwards, going back long. And you guys do see there is broken windows, and some of the windows are like the glass is all over the floor. Well, floor, the street corners, I guess. And there is a guard posted outside of the gate.
So we go talk to him, ask for entry.
Yeah.
The guard actually does, as you approach, he says, "Halt! Who approaches this house?"
The Sisters of
Nobody-
Battle under contract with the mayor.
Oh, so that's you're the adventurers.
Yeah.
Wow, this doesn't sound so enthusiastic to see us.
My job was to guard the house until you guys arrived. You guys did take quite a long time.
We went to
We
get
had to stop
holy
at a
oil.
temple.
Dummy.
What?
I said yummy. He's also eating lunch.
He's most.
He's numbing. He opens the gate for you and says, "If you guys need anything, I can go get the mayor for you if that's necessary. But
We
if
just
not, I'm gonna continue standing my post until I am no longer needed."
very well.
All right.
He hands you a key. This is the key for the inside of the house.
Okay.
Who's
I take
taking the key?
I have the key.
So we're gonna
Oh.
enter then, I guess.
Before we enter, I'm gonna put my hand on
I want to know who's standing
Anal
there.
and then just cast resistance
Okay.
again.
I'll be close up front, if
I am as far back as I can be.
Yeah, because you
I'm
don't
as
have
far forward
you don't
as I
have an
can be.
actual token, do you?
Uh,
you do.
No, that was a temporary one, but I have to give you the one that I got. Actually,
No, I see it. I see it in the.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
I
that's
actually
the
can
picture.
You could drag it from the character thing into
Yeah,
the
Yeah,
but
you can just click and drag it.
Yeah, but it's
the
not.
name.
Hold on, give me a second. Oh, goddamn computer. Because it's like an actual picture. It's not a token. So
You can put that onto your character sheet and
There, you're done.
okay, there you go. Life is complete.
Awesome.
Ooh.
oh my god, it's a fucking butler.
Yeah, I couldn't find anything else. I was like, yep, fuck it, we'll go with this.
Prim proper.
Mm-hmm.
Totally a butler.
Total. Hashtag Butler.
Magic butler.
The magically is the
Yeah, after I cast that, I'll step back. So
Okay.
Nella gets a 1d4
Saving
on
throw.
one saving throw.
One
And
second.
okay.
Though.
Cool.
Okay.
Cool.
Wait, did you call me Nelly?
Ellie
Oh, Ellie.
is saying.
No, I said no.
No.
That's your ship name, actually.
Nellie's the shit name.
Yeah.
Yeah, about that. That ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, no.
Get shipped to another
Okay.
country.
Wait. We should put the where we're gonna be standing.
Wait, am I going off to war? I love war.
No.
Damn.
Okay, so it would be like a triangle, I guess.
Triangular.
Diamond.
Triangular
Weird
form.
ass-
It's like a
diamond.
sideways square.
All right. Well, you guys eventually get to. I say eventually. You guys get to the door in whatever formation you guys are in, and whoever has the key, when you open it, a thick layer of dust blows back into all of your faces, and you get the scent of mold and several weeks of what is it called? Permeating just dank. It doesn't smell good.
Dank.
Nice.
Mildew.
Permeating dank. I like it.
Permeating dank. Basically the smell of rotting wood and just mold and wetness and dank and dampness, basically, whatever you want to call that. You guys walk in, and it is dark in here. There isn't many light sources. Some of the windows give light. There is a staircase off to the side. It is far less grandiose. It is not a foyer in here. This is more like a living room. You also see the kitchen is also built right off to the side of the living room. You do not see a dining room, however. It's only 50 by 60 feet, so not that big. But you do look off to the side. There is a coat closet and a place basically to put the shoes. You know, it's a normal residence. There is no one inside, and it doesn't seem like there's been anyone inside for a long time. You do see, however, on the opposite side of the stairs in the kitchen, if any of you do eventually get in there, there's a doorway, and it is very locked. There is a padlock, there is a slide lock, and there is a chain link. That door is extremely locked.
We could really use the rogue right now.
Yes.
It's almost like I built this entire thing just for the rogue, and then he didn't show up.
Can I, like... So it's, like, completely locked, like, all chains. Like, there's no way anyone could, like, kick it down.
You could try. It doesn't swing out. It doesn't swing outwards. It swings. Yeah, it does swing outwards. So you
so it swings towards
in,
us.
You'd be breaking the door,
Okay.
not the hinges.
Okay.
Wait, what are we trying? Hold on, what are we trying to do?
Break down.
Trying to break down the door, but because it opens outwards, like the chains are there to keep it from opening outwards. You would be kicking and breaking the door itself, not the actual like hinges or anything like the door slot or whatever.
Can anyone get rid of these chains?
That's what I'm about to
I
find
don't know.
out.
Can you?
That's what I'm about
By
to
the way,
find out.
there's only like one chain, so it's only going to one of the locks, and there's two other locks besides that.
Well,
So before we do anything, can Nella check if there may be something behind?
Yeah.
I don't know. Can Nala
Can
do
she
that?
sense?
Nala can do that.
Is Nala going to do that?
Well, I just posted a thing into that. Might
Yes, you
give a
did.
clue.
You did do that thing. Well, with the 20 investigation, after you start doing that, Divine Sense gives you only one blip, but it's not undead. You get a blip. You don't know exactly what it is. It sounds, or not sounds, feels kind of like undead, but it doesn't. It's weird. Like undead usually have a very undead feel, I guess you could say. Like you usually smell it. You usually get it on your radar. This is more like the blip is there, but you don't have any of the other senses from it. Like this is something else. And there's only one, and it is downstairs.
There's a confusing undead blip down there.
Confounding.
Only one.
One, it doesn't. It is definitely abnormal.
That does not.
And it definitely is not the thing.
What was that investigation for, by the way?
That was an investigation. I was looking from the outside to see what was.
Oh, okay.
Inside.
Never mind then. Never mind. I thought you were doing that inside, not outside.
No, I was mostly looking to see if I would have noticed any like immediate signs of activity being held with it.
Nope. You don't.
Okay, that's what I figured.
In fact, it looks like a normal house besides broken windows.
And the heavily chained door.
Inside though. That's
Inside.
Oh,
that
yeah, that-
investigation.
that
would
was the
have picked that
outside.
up.
Yep. Well, no, you get the broken windows on like the second floor. There are a couple broken windows. You just see that. That's all you see.
Could I search every other room before we start trying to go through this door?
You may make an investigation check.
Okay.
This is for the entire house, so you only need to make it once. Well, with the 13, it's pretty much barren in here. Like, there isn't any furniture. There is a couple, like, chairs that are stacked up. The kitchen is stocked with, like, I wouldn't say like food, but it's there. Like it was edible at one point. The upstairs bedrooms, there are beds. That's about it. There's no sheets, there's no blankets, there's no pillows. It's just a bed, a mattress. And the third floor is basically the attic, which was supposed to be storing stuff. You get a couple crates here and there, and a chest that you don't know if it opens or not. It all looks like it has a very thick layer of dust and mold all over the place. So most of the house is barren.
Should I make a nature check if the mold is deadly?
It is not. It is literally just a chest, I promise.
No, I'm talking about the mode.
Oh, okay. I guess if you really want to.
No, I was just doing that as a joke. Anyway.
Okay. So, really, the only interesting thing is the door in the kitchen that leads downstairs, you assume. And maybe the rusty kitchenware, I guess. That's about it, though.
Okay, so...
Does the house look...
Too bad you didn't get a higher investigation.
Does the house look...
Anyone else going to fucking check the house?
Yeah. Well, mostly what I'm looking at is does it look like it's only been abandoned, they said, a couple months? Does this look like more disrepair than a couple of months would be?
This looks like no one has stepped inside for years.
Wait, wow.
Yeah, but it's only so...
It's been abandoned for a couple months, but it looks like it's been abandoned for years.
That doesn't add up, right?
People are messy.
The reason why I say that is because most of the furniture is gone. Most of the furniture wouldn't be gone if it was only a couple months.
We're not being told something here.
Hey, look, it's a number. 15. While following your dear friend Ellie, also you, Azor, you are all looking through the house. You eventually come to one of the bedrooms floor, which does have a nightstand, but it has like nothing all over it. Ellie just walks right by it, like she didn't even see it. She just got in the room. Azor, you're able to see that the nightstand has like a drawer and it is slightly open, but you look inside and there is a key. Also, under the bed there is a book that Ellie also did not find.
I'm gonna open up the book. See, can I read it?
It is in a very weird language. You have never. What languages do you speak? Just so I know.
Elvish, Dwarvish, and Common.
So yeah, you've never seen this language before.
What about me? I imagine I'm in the room.
Yeah, I'll hand it over to Kaylin.
Kaylin, what languages do you speak? Okay, Sylvan, Common, Elvish, Abyssal. Awesome. Yeah, this is very much Abyssal. It is a very weird dialect, though. Like this almost seems like the demons that usually speak Abyssal, which is the main denizens of the Abyss. There are other creatures that also live there, and it looks like this is one of those dialects. Like one of the creatures that lives from the Abyss wrote something down in this. You also get the sense that this book is very old. Like the date that says it, like it doesn't say an age, which usually every single book that you've ever come across says age, usually Age of Unity or Age of Arcanum. This does not have an age. It also doesn't have an author. It doesn't say any names. But it does start speaking about how the house was basically a place of residence for supposedly tieflings and refugees of war, apparently. And it was also a lord's house for a while, who was also a tiefling. And she eventually left the house due to personal responsibilities or whatever. And the house was supposedly abandoned for that amount of time, which was just a couple months ago. But you also read later on in the book that was a farce, and the actual lady of the house never left. She's been in this house ever since. You also get the sense that the cult the cult of Dagon was in contact with whoever was in this house, only because it has the symbol of the cult at the very end of the book, and has a scribbled jargon from the other book that you guys read that was in a very weird language that you guys started to read and give you a headache. And it has one of those so-called sentences of that language.
As soon as I see that, I'm gonna shut the book.
Even just glancing at it, it strains your eyes and it hurts a little bit. Doesn't do anything, but it just hurts to read them, and then you close it and it stops. So
What
Yeah,
are you doing
we're
there?
not going to be looking through this book. But there's some very useful information, and then I'll like relay that information.
Alec walks back in the room. What information?
What book?
Yeah, I hold up the key that I found from this.
Probably
gonna-
goes to the locks.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over,
sure it does.
open it up.
You open one of the locks, and the key does work on it. However, the big chain does not open. The other one that does unlock, it is like a slidey lock. So the lock itself just needed to be locked on the bottom, and then you could do both locks basically. So 2 locks in one with the key, and then the big chain lock is still very much chained.
Okay, let's not hit the chain just yet. Yeah, Aaron. Wait, who's Aaron's the mage, right? He has a lot of arcane knowledge.
Yeah,
Yes.
Farron's the sorcerer.
Can you make sure that the chain isn't enchanted? We don't want any nasty traps here going off.
Can I check to see that?
You may make an Arcana check.
Ooh. Alright. If my character sheet would work, that'd be great. There we go. Huh.
Nah, this chain ain't trapped.
It's totally trapped. Be careful. No, it's not actually trapped. Don't worry, you're good.
He gets poked because of that joke from Ellie. Okay, since I'm going to try to break the chain with my mace then.
Okay. So roll to hit, please.
Let's see. Where's my freaking mace? Where? God damn this list.
Well, you hit.
I like how you
There's
do
that.
minimum bludgeoning, maximum radiant.
So you hit the chain and it glows a little bit. The chain reacts to the glowing. It does not react to the hit. Like the hit bounces off almost completely. The radiant damage, however, it heats up the metal a little bit and it looks like kind of like a glowing piece of iron, but it doesn't break.
Is it still like glowing or whatever?
It's slightly glowing. It's starting to dim every few
Okay.
seconds. Though.
Someone hit it fast before.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and
Oh yeah, you break the shit out of the door too. So you hit, and your sword goes through the glowing piece of metal. It was very easy. It was also really easy when you went through the door because it is also wooden.
man, this is
Make a
basically
strength check to see if you get the sword out,
Oh,
or
gosh.
actually not the sword, war cleaver.
war cleaver.
I know how to say
It's like
words.
a big fucking axe. Oh,
Yep.
fucking hell.
Well, no,
Nice.
you struggle. Like this door really wants to keep this war cleaver, dude. Like,
I'm going to help.
Not
you
happy with
out.
all right, a sister.
I'm
Even
like-
with both of you trying and giving
I'm
each
gonna
other,
help. I'm gonna help him.
I am just
I'm gonna-
laughing. Oh my god.
You're right.
I'm
3
gonna
people cannot remove a war cleaver
I'm
from a
laughing.
bloody door.
so right as he was going up, I was gonna cast guidance on him so he can make
Add a
add 1d4 to that.
Oh god, we're
Right,
critical
Jack.
room.
Can I?
We're Fox Machina now.
So, who would like to have the D4?
I
That would
mean,
be. I was gonna do Azor.
Okay.
Like as he's coming
Azor,
up, I would
roll
like.
D4 for me.
All right.
Roll a 1. Roll a 1.
Uh,
All right, you're fine. After the guidance of your dear friend Caitlin comes upon you, you realize it's fucking Cleaver, and then you pull it out of the door. Because really, you guys you weren't just pulling, you were like pushing it down further into the door, so you just pull it out.
Yeah, I figured if we break the door, we can just get the Cleaver out
Yeah,
easy.
break the door, right? Like, that'll fix it.
Oh boy.
You guys are fucking great. I love you. You needed a 12, damn it! You needed a 12!
Really? That was the DC?
I rolled a fucking 2!
Jesus Christ, people. Alright, so, the door's open now. It's also got a massive crack in it. And you also hear from downstairs, you hear, hello?
Hi!
I'm going to
You
get
don't
a
get
torch
anything
out.
else. You just hear the very faint and tiny voice. Also, that is the only time I'm ever going to do that voice.
Yeah.
Aw.
For very specific
Sure.
reasons. 'Cause it
I'm
also
going to
hurts
pull
me.
out a torch mostly because is it lit down there?
Nope.
Okay,
I'm-
torch time.
I'm going to, as pulls out the torch, I'm just going to touch it, and it automatically ignites.
Dope. I'm
Okay.
gonna sneeze.
Don't do that one.
Achoo!
There you go.
Is Ellie leading the way?
I would assume so, considering she has a torch.
Yes.
So then I'm gonna cast resistance back on her, and that's just the 1d4 to a saving throw.
Yeah, I'm just gonna repair my shield as well since I have the torch with one hand.
Dope. That happens. Wait. What level spell is resistance? Just so I know.
It's a cantrip. It's just 1d4 to
No.
a 1 saving throw.
All right. Well, as you guys walk down the stairs, however many of you are going.
Yeah, I'm
forward-
going like right
Oop,
after
shit,
Ellie.
damn.
I am all the way in the back still.
I'm
not playing.
Probably be next to Ace or wherever he's at.
Weak sorcerer, bro.
We have a
11 AC. Come at me.
in front of Jennifer.
Dude, it's so OP. All right, so you guys get downstairs. It's not that far downstairs. Like maybe like 100, not 100, 100 feet down. Like 10, 15
Jesus.
feet down. You go a mile underground. You get downstairs, and it's fairly dark down here. There isn't anything else lighting anything, but the torch is enough to at least light up this room. You don't see the source of where you heard the voice, but there is, on the other side of this room, there is a solid steel door with the wall being made of stone. And you hear the muffled voice come out again, saying, "Who's there?"
People.
Your
Azor.
worst nightmares.
I've been trapped in here for months. I need help.
Who are you?
Can I see if that's a deception?
Would I recognize that this is where
do you mean you want to roll insight? Go right ahead.
Would I recognize that this is likely where the blip came from?
You can check again, but you get the sense that, yeah, this might be where it comes from.
Holy shit!
Holy shit! Wait, why did you roll twice?
I thought you said check again.
Not you.
To me.
No,
No,
not,
no,
not you.
Nope.
God damn it.
Oh well, you
Uh,
tried. Either way, though, you get the sense that like the person is very shaken. You don't get anything else other than that, like the person that's speaking probably doesn't like being behind this door, which is also very clearly locked. It is a steel door with a massive bar in front of it.
The book didn't mention anything of anybody being like taken prisoner or anything.
Nope,
Okay, cool.
didn't say anything of that.
They've been stuck down here for months. How did they survive without food?
Kind of why I have a divine
Do
sense
you
of.
say this out loud?
Yeah, I would say that. So, like low enough that they don't hear it through a fucking door.
All right. In that case, we'll see if they hear you. Yeah, they hear you. They also say, well, the only reason why is because we have food down here. This was a storage area, but we we've been locked down here for a while.
We?
Well, yeah,
Oh,
there's
cool.
more than one of us.
So,
The missing
divine,
townspeople.
my divine sense. How many things do I pick up
You pick one blip.
in the room?
Yep,
Wait.
not behind the door.
Wait, what?
Not behind the door.
Not behind the door, though.
It is in the door that you are not the door. It is in the room that you guys are currently in.
Oh.
Shit. There's something in here with us.
Can I look around?
Same.
What's on the ceiling?
Make an investigation check. You look up, there's nothing else.
Sure.
Well,
I'll make an investigation. All right.
That's a 7.
oh no!
You're on a
That one.
I don't
So
know.
anyone above 15, after like reaching out a couple times, like trying to find where anything is,
Well, I have dark vision.
what?
So I have dark vision.
As do I.
That don't mean shit.
Cool.
It's pitch black, and that's also like the thing that you're looking for apparently doesn't exist. Something immediately, well, not immediately, but comes back into view from when you guys were coming down here. You don't see anything, but it pops back in after this. It almost looks kind of like, what is that thing called? Basically like a disembodied head, but it is
On a body?
nope. It is disembodied head, as in like there is no body.
I know.
That's what disembodied means.
I know it doesn't. Just bother you.
Headless head.
And it is it almost looks like the head of the mare. And it has like its mouth open and the tongue hanging out and the eyes are rolled back in the head, and the face is pure black. Like it looks like it's been rotting here for a long time, and it's just floating in the air.
I'm gonna throw a dagger at it.
You throw a dagger at it and it hits it square in the face, and like part of the face like droops off, and the eye falls out, and then the other eye, I should say, rolls back and looks directly at the person who threw the knife, and the head screams a very chilling and very disgusting sound. It's kind of like a gurgle, but way worse. Like a ghoul is basically screaming, but it has no vocal cords. And you feel something grip your shin, or not your shins, your ankles. Make a
Oh, that's it.
make a strength,
Heal everyone.
strength throw, please, or
Strength.
strength saving throw.
Only him?
Saving throw.
Yep.
Oh! Fucking break
Well,
it.
not you, just Azor.
Oh,
He's the
Azor.
one who threw the knife. Yep.
Ah,
Well, with a 23, you're able to break break free. You look down, and there were hands coming out of the ground trying to grip you.
What the
Look
fuck?
around, and there are hands coming out of the walls and from the ceiling. And
why did you throw the damn knife?
What
Yeah,
fucking weird?
threw the knife at the thing that was not doing anything. And then it pops back out, and you don't see it anymore. And the person that was saying things behind the door, their voice is almost immediately cut off. And you hear strangling sounds, and then you hear a neck get snapped. And then silence.
Why?
I have a bad feeling about this.
Let's get that door open.
Oh, speaking of which, as you guys go to try and open the door, you hear very loud banging on the other side of it.
Like it's trying to open it?
Like, bang, but I can't make loud bangs because I can't make loud bangs. Yeah, basically. If I were to take a sledgehammer and start knocking it on a wall, basically.
Does it sound desperate or does it sound like something?
Trying to come out.
It
Yeah.
sounds like something's trying to come out.
We should do the same.
I get my spear ready.
Can I mimic
Shoot.
its banging in the same pattern?
Sure, the banging gets louder and more ferocious.
Is there anywhere I can put the torch down for us to be able to see shit?
I I'm
Sure.
gonna take out my quarterstaff
Put
and
it down,
cast light on it.
and one of the hands on the ground picks it up and holds it like a little torch.
How useful.
That is
Thank you, little
I
hand.
just gave us something to
useful.
grab onto. I just gave us something to hold onto.
And then
So-
another one of the hands grabs the lip part and puts it out.
yeah, I kind of figured.
I'm gonna
Alright.
cast light on my
Not very
quarterstaff.
There you go. Oh, we have light in here.
Many lights.
Many lights.
So I'm gonna cast my
Mini-
spiritual
mini-
weapon and put it like near the opening of the door and like stand back.
Okay.
I'm guessing this door is locked.
So before we get into this, because this will eventually get into a combat, we're gonna go through the initiative just so we know exactly what everyone's initiative.
Oh, mine
is.
will be 5.
Sure.
So I'm
Oh
going to
my.
clear the list, and this will be permanent for the rest of the entire campaign, unless you guys improve your dexterity or speed somehow.
I already have
So-
30, so I'm 3.
Mine is 9.
What's your
Wait,
dex,
it's
though?
so it's
Just so you know, what you can do is right-click on yourself and put.
Nope,
add
we
turn.
can't do that.
No, you can't do that.
Nope.
Has to be me. Awesome. I will do that for every single one of you individually.
so it's your speed plus your initiative or dexterity modifier.
Dexterity modifier.
So
I'm at-
your initiative.
At 3.
Basic.
You already take the 10th place. You already take the 10th
You
place.
take the first number of
So-
your speed and add
Like-
it to your dexterity modifier.
Take
Yeah.
out the 0.
So if you have 30 speed, you have and 2 dex, you have 5 initiative.
If you have alert, you have +5 to that number.
Yeah, I don't have alert, so I only have 5.
So -4, but I have 35 movement speed, so I don't know if there's a tie.
That would be 0.5. So you have
4
Something-
points on.
4.5, most likely.
So, who has the initiative of...
He's
19,
not here
whatever.
right now.
Damn it.
Who's not here right now?
1904
Yep.
initiative.
Angel.
Interesting.
1904.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Angel is the only one that isn't here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
so
had
you're,
the
you're in
04.
row. So I just have 3.
Jesus Christ, I forgot you had such a high frickin' dexterity. Icarus.
Oh yeah. That's the thing with monks. And I think in
So
one
you
or two
guys can
levels
edit
I
the
get more
numbers,
speed.
You know that, right?
Yeah.
Have you
Like
been doing so?
Oh,
What did
There
you
we
say?
go.
You can set.
Oh,
Oh,
the
wait a minute. I should turn
initiative
into my
thing.
cat form. I should really turn into my cat form. That would give me a fucking lot of speed anyway.
Mhm.
Let's-
There we go.
You see me turn into a giant lion, basically. That will give me a dex of 15.
So plus
So
2
plus
still.
2.
Hmm.
I'm gonna get the 0.5 till
But
6
what's
level.
the speed?
Let me see. Speed is 50 feet.
Yeah.
So you have a 7 initiative in cat
Yeah,
form.
7.
Yep. So let me just edit that number in, and I'll just use all the stats
Also,
of the cat form.
what I would prefer you to do is do human form, cat form, and bear form speed for initiatives, because those are all going to be different, and you will move move accordingly on what form you're in.
Yeah. I don't have an icon for freaking cat form. I forgot to do that.
Yep, I know you did. Do
Just,
you want me to give you your lion and your bear?
I could just bring the bear. I already had the bear.
Yeah,
God
I
damn,
gave
there's
him
so
a
many
bear.
fucking- Yeah.
Do you want the lion again? Actually, what is your cat form again? Is it lion or bear? Tiger?
Lion.
Okay, it is a lion. Awesome. Lion.
Tigers and bears, oh my.
All we need is a tiger.
Because you complained last time, you're welcome.
We were complaining about what?
What happened?
the
We found
weird
out that-
ears and stuff. It looks very.
Ears?
There you go.
Also that it was a lion and not a lioness.
Oh yeah, that too.
That is most definitely not a lion.
What is that?
That is
It's
a
on the top.
That's a lioness or cougar.
The head looks weird.
That looks
Because we're looking from the
hella
top
It's
bottom.
tilting its head weirdly.
That's,
Like
looks-
its head is low and angled.
That
That's
is hella awkward.
I have no
Wait.
issue with that token.
I mean, I don't have
Would
an
you
issue
rather
with it.
have someone wearing a lion skin?
Yeah.
Wait, where the fuck do I put the speed? You said right click the token?
What in the world is this? That's not a
No,
lion.
you just have to double click on your number on the turn order, or you might not even have to double
No, you
click.
don't have to double
You might
click. Just single
click once.
click.
Oh, okay. So that's
Mm.
3. Since I'm going to be cat form though, it's 5-7. You said.
Yeah, 7
There we
because
go.
of +2 dex. Spiders will get an insane.
+5 with 50 speed, yeah. 10.
Because
And
they
then
have
if they
high
were-
dex and high speed.
I believe some spiders have alert, so they would have 15.
Well, the giant spider does not have alert. It has web sense though. If you build a
Cool.
web.
Which I would probably do with a giant spider. Anyways, okay, I'm gonna see what this thing's initiative is. Or dex, I should say. Hey, Google, stop being a dick. Oh, you didn't understand what I just said? Fuck off.
Rude.
Get over it.
Voice searches never go well.
My feelings have been hurt.
Too bad.
I'm going to cry on social media so people make me feel better about myself.
Nice.
That sounds like fun. Let's do that one. Okay. So eventually, the banging subsides. The door did not give way. There are several dents on it, but it seems as if whatever was on the other side has given up. You guys wait a couple seconds. The hands are still there, and they're trying to like reach out and grab you. There was only like the couple that were on the ground. That was only just one pair, but there is one pair of arms that almost looks like it's trying to dig, like they're digging the ground somehow. And a couple are like swaying on the walls, like trying to slap the walls or trying to slap anyone near it. The ones on the ceiling, they're just on the ceiling. They can't reach anything. And make a perception check, everyone, please.
Perception check.
Unless you guys are about to like leave and give up on this shit. I don't know. I doubt it.
That's
though.
unlikely.
unlikely.
That's a pretty one.
I like how
Well then,
me
those
and
are
Earthy
18s.
Nick yet again get the same roll.
Stop being twins.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, hot shit. That's a number.
I had a 3 for my investigation earlier because I rolled a nat 1. Now I rolled a 2. Great.
Yay. Well,
Wait.
Eckhart's got a 25, so he just sees the universe. You do hear anyone, by the way, who had over 18.
Yep, I totally had over 18.
Oh yeah, totally. You hear like slight crunching noises. Like it's very, very faint. However, Ekarus, you also hear like not just crunching noises, but like something is like digging into dirt or not dirt, stone, and then crunching, and then digging again, and then crunching. It almost sounds like something's digging. You don't know where it's coming from. It just sounds like it is digging through solid stone.
Could I use keen smell to smell that?
You can try.
Does it sound like someone is digging fast, or is it slow?
It sounds like a very
So-
slow, arduous process.
Yeah, so keen smell gives me advantage on perception. If
Yes,
I'm
you can. Yes, you can do that.
gonna- So
Oh.
let's see, perception. thing is lifted.
Oh, motherfucker!
What do you
That's-
Nice.
That
Go
was
on.
on the first row. That was on the first row.
It was on the first roll, so it counts. With a natural 20, you know exactly where it's coming from. It's coming from under the wall. Yeah,
And
the door wall area. So everything I just told Icarus, and then you...
So I give out a slight growl and point with one of my paws towards the door, slightly lowered.
Which also, where the hands that were digging, it is directly in front of the door. And as you point, another hand breaks
Something's coming.
through the stone floor, grabs the other hands, and snaps them.
What the fuck?
That thing is coming.
Then pulls back, and then you hear like stone falling in and caving in. There is no movement for a couple seconds. And then something green and glowing bursts out from the ground and
Oh,
lashes
fuck.
out at who was the closest to the hole? I would assume it was
It was,
That's probably pretty close.
Ellie and Len.
it was me with the torch. Fuck.
Yeah. So yeah, you'd get a slashing claw right in the face.
My spiritual weapon was.
I
right,
assume you're
like-
not surprised by this, considering you saw it coming and you also heard it. So,
So I probably dodged.
well, not dodged, but
It
Does
doesn't,
it
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 doesn't
doesn't
have
get
advantage on it.
advantage.
doesn't get advantage. Is what I'm trying to say. 16.
16
hit?
for my
For
that
cat
hit?
form.
hit.
Yay! You get to die now. Bye, Lion. That just went to space.
That's what dies him.
I'm
I
not-
just
I'm not
imagine
even
it rode
kidding.
off the table and then just continued floating away.
Like it didn't go down; it went up.
A portal opened, it went through the portal, it's just gone.
Well, you're lucky because I did roll a 6, but then I rolled a 1. So now you're at 5 damage.
What the hell? Why did it give a 0?
160.
What? Okay, what?
How many
Oh.
temporary hit points do you have on that?
I just
You're
have
fine.
36 on that.
You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Don't
And
die.
It just lost 7 points, so it's just
29.
let me get a piece of paper to write that shit down. Since that chart is just weird.
Chart for what?
For cat form.
360 out of 36.
Yeah, I was
What
like,
the
how
fuck?
many?
Oh. You put
Yeah,
a
the
zero.
maximum is 36.
You put a 0. That's why. You silly. bitch.
Oh.
Oh my god! I'm so happy. No one ties.
So,
Huh?
36.
The way I was rolling, I totally
Negative
should have just died.
7. 29 hit points with that form left.
Yep.
Delightful.
Made it
Goes. All right.
Spooky.
A roast? Why would you be afraid of a delicious roast?
Oh my god.
That comes from a
Okay.
Scooby-Doo movie.
So let's continue.
Dooby dooby doo. You're.
Where are you?
I am so happy that number exists right now.
I missed Gaston.
360 over 36.
No, actually, no. Look at the chart right now. The turn order 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.5, 4.
That is
That makes me very happy.
Yes, it does, doesn't it?
So, basically, what you see pop out is a ghoul. However, it is not a normal one. It looks kind of like how they were describing it, but it looks much smaller, almost like the size of about a child. And it is disgusting looking. Like it looks exactly like an irradiated ghoul from Fallout 3 or 4, or even New Vegas. It looks disgusting, and it looks like it is extremely sick and not healthy at all. And it slashes you, and you immediately feel the burn from just the essence of whatever it is all over it, covering. And it just seeps into you, and it's disgusting. So yeah, Icarus, you're first. You just saw Ellie in her lioness form get smacked in the face by this glowing ghoul bitch-looking thing. It's not pretty.
It still hasn't come out, right? Like it's
No,
like...
it popped out and slashed her.
Okay, so if I can still see it, I'm gonna take my bow and I'm gonna stab twice. No, stab once through the hole.
Okay.
If I can.
Well, no, it's outside in front of you guys. Like.
Oh, okay. It popped out.
It came completely out of the hole.
Okay, so still I'm gonna try to hit it in the face.
Smack the shit out of it.
And that's not gonna hit 10.
What was the number?
10.
Nope.
Okay, so failing that, I'm gonna try to kick it in the face. That's a 17.
Yeah, that'll definitely hit.
Okay, so that's 9 damage.
All right. Is that your turn?
Yes.
Okay. At the end of your turn, it looks to you and slashes you.
Oh, jeez.
Let's see if it hits you. 13?
Nope.
Damn. All right. Next, Azor, you're up.
All right, I'm gonna fucking do a attack on it. Is what I'm gonna do. Let's do that.
Use the whip.
15, and then I'm gonna do. I'll do a trip attack with it. So 14 damage and DC 15 strength saving throw.
Wait, is it out of the ground yet?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
Okay.
We've said this several times now. It is out.
So I kind of missed.
Stating
Yes.
for everyone, the ghoul is standing on top of the ground. It is not in the hole. It is out.
Well, I'm gonna trip it and knock it back down the fucking hole.
Fuck that cool.
Get back down there.
Hit me.
So
What's the DC, just so I know?
15.
15.
Yeah, I couldn't see what it was. Awesome. Thank you. Nope. It fails. And
All
falls.
right, it's on the ground.
It is prone. It is not happy.
Oh, this is going to be fun.
Then I say go to town and kind of back away.
All right. Lioness. Fuck up. Better not fucking one turn KO my thing. I'll be
I
pissed.
have pack tactics. It
Oh,
counts.
oh, oh.
Well, it already has advantage from being
Yeah,
on the
because he's
ground.
prone.
Yes, but I get double attacks because the pounce.
Oh,
A
Yeah.
bonus action. So, bite. Damn it. Oh, damn it. I need a freaking target for this. Click on a token to choose, or click on the screen to choose a target. Oh, come on.
Just choose yourself.
I
yeah.
got you. Hold up.
Yeah, just throw something for me to just hit.
Yep.
Dummy target.
Ooh, that looks cool. I'm gonna use that.
A kobold. A goblin.
Alright, I should
Vecna.
put advantage.
Apparently, that's a ghoul.
Wait, where is it?
Hey.
Right next to your cat.
Oh, God.
I fought that thing in my one shot yesterday. He possessed me.
Oh, damn it, I hit the wrong thing. Did the bite. And.
Ooh.
Wow, that is some terrible rolling.
Wow.
Get good, son.
How the fuck?
It just
Well, you
dances
get a
away.
claw as well
Oh,
because it's
fuck.
prone.
Yes, okay. Claw. And.
That's it. Yeah, whatever. That's better.
No, the glowing actually made me like back up my head and just claw at it. It's like, I don't want to chew on this.
Rolled
Ew.
a 6 and a 2 on the bite, and a 19 and an 18 on the claw.
That's where all the good rolls went.
Is that your turn?
Yep. Well, I'm gonna
That's
back
good.
up first a little bit just for people to attack it.
Oh, you back up?
Yeah.
Okay. Doesn't need a reaction. Sanity. Well, at the end of your turn, it will stand up.
Okay.
Oh, shit! It's its turn too. Awesome.
Yeah.
Great.
So,
So
like,
after
well,
standing up, it will also start running at. Let's see, who did the most damage? 6. Surprisingly, it was the person that did the whole fucking
Tripping
hit
it.
me with damage. He goes for Azor.
Bring it on.
Swings both of his claws at you. Does a 17 hit you?
Nope.
Damn, dude. That AC though.
he's got 19 AC.
20 AC.
Oh. He's got
Yeah,
AC.
get fucked. Get fucked. Alright. Well, it looks angry at you and then, like, uselessly claws at your chest.
Bring it on, bitch.
Yeah.
Oh man.
At the end of that turn,
I'll do that thing where bullies like kind of
Yeah, he'll just
push their
stay
head
there.
against.
Noah.
All right. As a bonus action, I want to Searing Smite.
Okay.
So if I hit, I'm going to do fire damage on top of everything else. And let me just see. Okay, yeah. So it's Searing Smite. What was that? 1d6, okay. Is that a hit?
Yes.
Awesome. Let me go ahead and roll that extra damage.
Um.
And it is on fire, by the way. So it takes a total of 18 points of damage. That'd be 7 slashing, 5 radiant, 6 fire.
Cool.
It is lit on fire. Target or
Is that
creature
all?
5 feet of it uses. Oh yeah. So at the start of each of its, deal fire damage to target and cause target to ignite in flames. At the start of each of its turns until the spell ends, the target must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, it takes another d6. So when it gets to its turn, roll a d6 to see. Roll
What's the DC?
Constitution. What?
What's
Oh.
the DC?
The DC would be 13.
All right. I'll keep that in mind. Thank you. Is that your turn?
Yep. That's all I
Okay.
can do.
Kaylin.
All right, so it got up, right?
Yep.
It got up and was immediately smacked with a cleaver and lit on fire.
So I am going to. Who's that? Okay. I'm going to first hit it with my spiritual weapon, which was, by the door. So.
Okay. Wob, 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 wob.
Oh, that probably is not going to hit 10.
Nope.
Cool. I'm going to cast a guiding bolt on it. Then.
Could have done that the other way around where you did gutting bolt.
Yeah, but I didn't
Your
want to
turn.
use my. I want the next person to have advantage,
All right, that's fair.
not will obey me.
Trying to be a cleric that helps the party.
Hail
That
be
it
support
takes over.
cleric.
Ooh. Okay, so 22. I'm guessing 22
Okay.
hits. All right. 46 radiant damage. Oh,
Wait,
that was
what?
shit. It says 4d6 radiant
I thought you said
damage.
46. I'm like, what?
No, I only did 8 damage. I rolled 3 fucking ones.
Wow.
So,
That's
yeah,
important.
8 radiant damage, and then the next attack has advantage.
It's looking pretty pissed.
Is it really?
Yep.
Great.
I mean, it is on fire, so that is
This is exactly what I wanted.
And then that's my turn. I'm like gonna move a little farther back to the.
Oh god, are you going to try to lightning whip it towards you?
No.
Ah.
I thought about it at first. I was like, ah.
Use the blender attack again. The blender of weapons hitting it from reaction.
Oh god. Okay, so it is my turn now. Okay. All right. Let's see. What I want. Is there any way I could? Is there like who's the closest person to this thing?
Probably me
Me.
or Nala.
I did not back
Both of
off
them.
after I hit it. I'm staying in its face.
Is there any way I can get like some cast an ability that has a 10-foot radius without hitting anyone on my team?
Yes.
Like right behind it.
Okay. So then
Basically,
I'm
backlight his ass.
going to cast Shatter.
What does that do?
Oh,
Is it right there?
It's right there. Those are some pretty bad rolls on those D8s. 2, 2, 3. Unfortunate.
Wub, wub, wub. It succeeds. Actually,
Oh.
I rephrase that. It does not.
Yay.
However, it is still standing.
Yeah, you know, it's just a louder ringing noise.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the saving throw was whether it took full or half damage.
Oh, my ears.
Yeah.
Icarus, your turn.
You get
Okay, just a
advantage on
question.
the first attack.
Exactly. That was just what I was going to ask. So a hit with my quarterstaff normally it's gonna be that's a 21.
Yeah, that'll hit.
So max damage. That's 13 damage. And then I'm gonna use a key point to do 2 unarmed strikes.
Okay.
That's 20 and 12.
Okay.
Hit. Does the 12 hit?
No.
Okay.
Only the 12 hits.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, so 1, 5, 7 damage.
So
13 and 7, so 20
that means
damage.
20 total. Yeah, it's looking really fucked up. And at the end of your turn,
He should make a dexterity saving throw. DC 14.
Okay.
Or he's prone.
He is prone.
Yay!
He's prone. Yay!
And he's
boy.
seriously fucked up. At the end of your turn, he gets back up.
Oh.
That didn't last as long as I thought it was.
He also screams very, very loud. And the banging on the other side of the door continues.
Oh, my head.
Much more rapidly.
So I shut this one up.
Only someone had a silence door.
Alright. So he's no longer prone?
He's no longer prone. He got back up almost immediately.
Alright, I'm
You trip him again?
nah. That with my spear. Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh.
Damn.
I hope it 22 hits.
Oh, yeah, totally. That doesn't hit.
Yeah. And does 12 damage.
And you impale its face, and it falls over dead.
Sweet.
Oh, look, he fell down again.
Are you not
Almost.
entertained?
Oh my gosh.
Immediately after doing this, the door bursts, the bar bending and creaking and just being sent like a boomerang across the room. And a massive ghoul, like basically like muscle bound like fucking Tank from Left 4 Dead, barges into the room and charges. Who is directly in front of the door again? I want to say it was Ellie.
I backed up a bit though.
Okay,
I think the closest to
was-
the door are Azor and Nala.
Yeah, probably me.
All right, in that case, then they charge towards you, and you both take 2 attacks.
Oh shit.
One from debris of the door, the other from one of its fists. So both of you are getting attacked twice.
Hit me.
Hurt me. 19 for Nala.
Yep, that hits.
Okay, so that's the debris. 15 for his fist.
Miss.
All right. 2 for Azor. Ooh, 20.
Oh!
Damn it.
Wait, natural
Debris
20?
hit. No, not natural 20. 20 total.
Oh.
Damn it.
Another 2.
2 damage? Alright.
Don't say
So
that.
both of you get hit by debris. So, yay.
Is it still my turn or?
This is at the end of your turn. Like,
Okay.
basically,
Okay.
as your turn ends, and then it goes into the next
So
person's.
how much did the debris do?
Total of 9 to each of you.
Okay.
So nothing life-threatening right now. So
No.
So it's a giant ghoul? Because I was thinking.
It's a giant ghoul, and after charging in, it doesn't attack. It just stands there looking intimidatingly at both of you.
Can I use my action surge?
It looks into your soul.
It was at the end of your turn, so no.
Okay.
Your turn has already ended.
Okay.
Nala, there is a giant tank looking.
Nala?
Or not Nala. Shut up. Ellie, the other person that has abilities. You see this giant tank run in the room and try and pummel your friends in the face, and then doesn't do anything. It just stands there.
So it stopped immediately after trying to do that.
Yep.
Oh no, I remember. It's because the other one's commanding him. I'm going to attack the other one.
The other one's dead.
Good,
Oh.
yeah.
Oh, fucking hell. Wait. So it's just standing there.
It's like on the end of my spear.
Well, it is an undead, so I would attack it.
Mm-hmm. Also, just so we know, the glow ghoul is now the tank. It has the same AC. Or not AC, initiative.
Okay.
Yay. Numbered.
So I'm going to pounce at that one. So yeah, DC 13 saving throw for that.
You're not
It
20
hurts.
feet away from it. You're,
Well,
like-
I could back up and then pounce. I have a lot of movement.
you're more. Actually, can it be 20 or more?
Yeah.
Okay, it says at least. Never mind.
20.
I thought it had to be 20 exactly. In that
No.
case, cool. Make the attacks. I'm gonna at least make the
Damn
roll
it.
now.
Why do these lists have to be in the way of me?
It
clicking?
saves.
Ah, I hit it, but it's wait. I have 17 as a hit. Does it do damage?
It does do damage.
So it already does 4. Ah. And a save throw, so
As you hit it, your claw sinks into it, but it feels like it's made of a much thicker material, and your claws like get stuck. And after you pull them out, it looks like you barely even made a dent in its skin.
Cool. So good.
okay. So I'm
Um,
just going to stick nearby somebody because I need to prepare for healing. Anybody or using Moonbeam.
Okay, is that everyone else's turn now?
Yep.
That's all you're done? Okay. So at the end of your turn, it turns to you and grips you by the head and picks you up to look directly at it. By the way, this ghoul was bigger than the doorway. It's a good 11 feet tall and has it looks like Gaston if he was a giant ghoul and made of
No, stick like yes.
yeah, basically.
Just growls.
And it looks you directly in the face and says, revert, and you go back to your human form.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
Oh,
And
and
then put you back down.
great.
Okay, cat gone.
Yep.
I'm at full health.
Oh my god.
The look
He
on
does not
Ellie's
attack.
face is like, the look on Ellie's face is like, okay.
He does not attack, and then he ends his turn just standing there looking at all of you. By the way, Nala, if you have how long does Divine Sense last, by the way? Or is it just an instantaneous casting?
It would last for 6 seconds. One round.
Okay,
One
then
turn. Because I
in that
believe
case,
it states. Let me read it. I believe that it
in
states.
that case, you got like slight movement of the blip. It was underground. You got the sense that it probably was the ghoul, but then you get the sense it's after killing the thing that you just killed, the blip didn't go away.
As an action, you can open your awareness to detect such forces. Until the end of your next turn, you know the location of any celestial, fiend, or undead within 60 feet of you that is not behind total cover. So it would last for, I guess, 2 rounds, because it would be the round I activate it and the following one.
I would say at least this. Like, the blip itself would kind of be like a blip of a radar, so you get that sense that the blip is still there. You don't know exactly where the blip would be. You didn't know if it was the glowing ghoul after that ended. But the second it died, you would have felt like a secondary blip saying, okay, it died, or whatever. You did not get that. The blip did not go away or come back.
Okay.
That's all I'm trying to say. Is like, you didn't get the sense that anything happened.
Got it.
So, it is now your turn.
In that case,
It's not attacking.
it isn't.
It is a ghoul, I will say that.
And he might crush his head. Her head in.
I'm
put me back
going
down.
to.
It put it back down.
Oh, never mind.
I'm going to use another spell slot and activate Thunderous Smite.
Okay.
So there's. Well, that would be if
Immediately
I. Actually
upon doing that, in the middle of your turn, it grips your sword and says revert. And your sword becomes unenchanted.
Oh shit.
Yo.
Oh shit.
Don't use magic, yo.
I think we might need to talk a second here. Because it seems to be able to talk.
Yeah, it says revert in an actual voice, like it's saying something.
Yeah, so,
So it just ended the spell on the.
It ended the spell on your sword.
Huh.
Also, you sense something in your sword. You no longer have a blessed sword.
Yeah, I was thinking that happened.
Do any of you say anything?
Hello.
Okay, you do say. I was gonna wait for someone to say something.
yeah,
As you say hello, it looks to you, doesn't say anything, but like it's taking notice of the fact that you're saying something.
What are you doing here?
It doesn't answer.
Talkative one.
yeah.
Do you speak common?
Yeah, I'm gonna say hello in Elvish, Dwarvish, Common.
I was gonna say hello to every language I know.
Okay, well, what languages do you guys know? And if you do, just keep saying hello in all the languages
There
ever.
we go.
Hello.
Hello.
All right, Kaylin, do you say hello in Abyssal?
Yeah, that'd be the first thing I try.
Immediately after you say hello, its eyes open. Also, it's weird because the eyes are usually what you can tell what a ghoul is, because it looks kind of like it's blacked out, or the eyes are just glazed over. It looks basically like dead eyes that don't see anything and don't move that often. However, these are open and they're alive, and you can very well tell that this is like something has conscience behind these eyes. And it doesn't say anything, but you get a voice in the recesses of your mind saying, in Abyssal, actually, I'm gonna type it out because that would be better.
Yeah.
Or I could take you into Whispers because actually that would make sense considering it's in your
Yes,
head.
do that.
Hey, join me in Whispers.
Now we talk shit about Joe.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Oh.
His spider sense is
Disappointed.
activated.
Ugh.
I have to spend my next long rest blessing my fucking war cleaver.
That sucks.
Yep.
Let's see, it's like in the presence of the thing.
I'm
Like
pretty
a
sure.
built-in
I'm
anti-magic
pretty
field.
sure it was like a dispel magic kind of effect.
Ooh. Can you dispel magic the wild shape?
What's that?
The wild shape?
You can do things to force things out of wild shape.
I feel like an anti-magic field would do that.
It
Yeah,
is
that's
it is
what I
a
was wondering.
divine magic. It is still magic. So things like anti-magic fields or moonbeam would actually cancel a wild shape because it counts as shape shifting.
Mm. Well, good thing I don't use any magic.
There's like dispel magic. It is a magical effect that causes you to wild shape. So yeah, you can dispel it
Yeah.
with
Revert.
with revert spells and dispel magic.
Mhm. I mean, you can even, like, I was reading when the whole true polymorph thing was going on, so you can actually dispel that too, right?
It would not work on that. If true polymorph was used and fully concentrated on for the hour-long concentration, I am no longer under a magical effect. I am that thing permanently.
Yeah.
I heard a lot of debate about
It's
that
not.
one.
It's not a magic effect. It's not like you are cursed. That's it. That is what you
Yeah.
are.
So while Scalen was like in that fight, he was like the beholder. He wasn't fully concentrated on it, so he wasn't like
Yeah, it was ended before
He-
the 1 hour
yeah.
because he activated
He was still
right
concentrating
before
on
going on it.
Yeah, no, I was talking about
We are back.
like sage advice and that stuff.
okay.
Well, I know Joe has stated
So,
that it's not a magical effect after the hour. It is permanent.
What's after an hour?
We were
True
talking about true
polymorph.
polymorph
Oh,
And
yeah.
dispel magic.
and how you probably wouldn't be able to dispel magic on it because it wouldn't be a magical effect anymore. It
The,
would
cast,
be-
the casting and the actual effect of the spell ends after an hour, and after that hour, you are permanently that thing for the rest of your life.
Yeah, you are turned into that thing. It is not a magical effect holding you in a form.
So I'm just gonna say to the group, this guy does not like magic.
Great. I don't use magic.
Not even
Dave.
cool magic? Gonna cast dancing light?
It tries to grip the lights to put them out, and then gets angry and starts punching them.
Oh god.
I
I'm going
turn
to
him
go
off.
activate
I
it.
turn him off. It's like, okay.
Oh, no. First I turn on the torch and then let you turn it off.
Oh,
Is that a magic casting?
Torch?
Yeah. Are you
No.
like?
It's a torch.
He's lighting.
Yeah.
He's lighting a
You're
torch.
lighting the torch. I was asking if you're like doing that in a magical way.
No. I use a
Okay.
tinderbox.
Okay.
oh, yeah. No, having me touch it wouldn't have been a good thing. It would have punched me.
That would
As
have
soon
been
as-
fun.
Revert.
Would burn your soul, and then you just die. So after a couple seconds, he starts walking back into the hallway. Also, it sees the ghoul, picks it up, and crushes its head,
Yeah.
and then keeps walking.
Oh, I was going to use that.
So what happened there, Killy?
Yeah.
Any of you follow?
Yeah,
Sure. I will
I'll follow
follow.
Caleb.
Yeah, let's follow what the
Yeah,
fuck.
I'm gonna just like really tentatively follow and just let the group know to like. Well, he said we weren't gonna be able to pass through here, so.
Oh.
Did he
He didn't
Gandalf
say
it?
that. He did not say
stay-
that.
No, he said that we weren't allowed to pass.
So he Gandalfed it. Got it.
Yeah,
You shall
we were
not
not
pass.
welcome.
Like
Oh,
a suggestion
yeah,
or
Wouldn't
a
have
warning
guessed.
or what?
So, we
Also,
So-
that's not technically what he said, but cool. Awesome. Glad you said that.
Right.
That was great.
Yeah,
So-
he said we were people from above. We're not. Did not belong below.
Oh man.
Something like that.
Okay, so if we follow him, I want to look for the source of the voice that talked to us
Yeah,
before.
he's
On
going
the other
back.
side of the door, you see a decapitated tiefling.
Oh.
Oh, fuck.
Oh,
Are there any
Jeez.
other
That's-
bodies, living or dead?
There are several skeletons in this room.
can we check them? Like,
Yeah, I'd like to- I'd like to check all
Some
the
of them
bodies.
were humanoid. Several were children.
Okay.
Ooh.
There is one. It looks kind of like a dwarf, but he's dead, obviously, but he's not decomposing.
Can we check if there's any symbols on them or anything
Yeah, I
like
was
that?
gonna say.
Make an investigation check. Well, that's a natural 20, so, like, Nala is, fumbling through, and then you're just like, dude, and then you point at the chest, where there's a giant-ass symbol on his chest. It's a blessing of burial, which basically means so your body doesn't decompose until you're fully covered in earth. It's to preserve the body for burial.
Right.
Or resurrection?
Maybe.
Can I
Did we
inspect,
find
like, the
any
room?
holy symbols to indicate war priests?
You do not.
Okay, so
I
there
think
weren't.
You do,
Tonight-
however, see one body at the very end of the cave, or hallway, I guess you could say. Natural, unnatural hallway. There is another skeleton, and it is the oldest in this room, and it's sitting cross-legged with its arms on its crossed legs, kind of like a monk. And there is a crown on its head, and it's a crown made of thorns.
Huh.
Would
That guy died in a very stylish way.
I'm
What-
just
what-
gonna go out on a limb and guess that's an undead.
The ghoul sits next to it and also goes into that pose.
Yep. So that's what's controlling the ghoul.
hmm
hello there?
Eyes appear in the skeleton's eye holes, or at least the resemblance of eyes. Well, like eye sockets. Shut up. I know
That's
words.
not funny.
Eye holes.
Eye hole.
Eye holes.
The eye holes.
I sound like fucking Patrick. Patrick Star, by the way.
Yeah.
And he looks up at all of you, and a very resonant voice speaks. Why are you here?
We were here to investigate about a cult. One
You
of Dagon.
mean those from beyond?
Yes.
Sure.
They
Yeah.
have been sealed beyond this world. Those from above do not understand. Guardians have been set here for centuries to protect the ley lines, which cross at a section long called the Gate of the Undead. Trying to defend the gate is impossible. However, sealing the gate is not. Our job here is to do both.
Are you a guardian?
What?
He said, "Are you a guardian?"
Mm-hmm.
I am one who seeks the end of the undead.
That's kind
So
of.
you're attempting to hold back the forces on the other side of that gate.
I have been for centuries.
Yeah, let's not do anything to this guy.
I think he's actually quite imperative to what we're doing.
Yes.
Has anything happened to Cross recently?
Many things have crossed. There are more than one gates. One gate. It is soon that the end of the world will be nigh, and there will be nothing left I and my faithful companion can do to protect the world above.
What must be done to ensure the gate cannot open?
Sealing it,
How would we go about doing that?
killing all the undead.
In the world?
In the gate's vicinity, not the entire world.
Oh,
It would be impossible.
Yeah.
So we have
I
to
warn you.
cleanse the entire town of undead then.
Yes.
That would be necessary, yes.
Well, good thing that is our job then.
Do you know what that cult wants to do with the gates?
The goal?
Open it.
The cult.
The
Oh,
cult.
Dagon.
I actually thought you said the cult. I'm like, the
Cult.
what?
Cult.
I don't know words. The cult
I don't
wants
blame
to
you.
fully restore
I
it
hate my accent.
and bring forth their master.
Where?
The
The
one
What
who
is the other
corrupts.
side of the
No,
gate?
This is the Lich one.
Yeah, the Lich.
This is the
What?
Lich one.
I don't remember if it was the Lich or the Vampire Lord, but they're both undead, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, it's one of those two.
Probably the Lich.
If you mean the ancient one, the one from a bygone era, the one from a sealed age, no. They wish to bring something less noticeable through the gate. One that could supplant the one who already seeks control of the world.
So like a minor entity.
I sense one of profound resonance in your group. Do you have a monk with you?
Yes.
He just
I
points
look
to
at Icarus.
Ellie just points to Icarus.
I walk forward one step.
Come forward. He stands up.
Okay. I
I
do so.
was once given this crown by my forebears. However, it was not it was not a blessing from a god, but a curse from the undead.
Mhm.
With this, the undead would fear and follow you. You could command armies without being corrupted, or you could destroy them. This crown is the curse. The curse. It's the curse, guys.
The curse.
It's the curse
Thank you very much.
of Dagon.
Oh jeez.
That sounds fun.
I must ask you, what is your intentions for the gate?
Stop it.
You wish to see. You wish to steal. You wish to seal the gate.
Yes.
Then I willingly give you what you seek. And he punches you in the face.
Okay.
I'm gonna see if that at least hits, or like say it hits, but doesn't actually hit. What's your AC?
19.
Awesome. So he hits you in the face, but it doesn't do damage. Like it just hits you like, hey, we're doing this, and he immediately goes into a combat pose. It's weird because what you guys see is a skeleton going into like a fucking ninja pose, but what you see, Icarus, you see a monk in basically Shaolin monk clothes with a cross, not a cross, a crown of thorns on his head. And
Like,
his eyes are bleeding.
Like he has a form now, right?
What'd you say?
Like he has a form now. Like I do see.
Like
his
you see him
true
now.
form.
After he touches you, he has a form.
Okay then.
The other big ghoul guy gets up and pushes all the rest of you out, like away.
It's like,
Oh.
wait, is this an honorable match?
Ooh.
This
That's
is a duel,
excited.
and I step back.
Duel.
It's like
So,
if they say this is a duel, then it just at least just stands back.
So the monk goes into a flurry, and he's going to try and hit you several more times.
Okay.
Nope. 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 Whoops. I dropped it again.
Onto space it goes.
Okay, seriously, where the fuck did it go?
It's under you.
This one out
Oh my
into
goodness.
the abyss.
I mean, you guys are talking in Abyssal. I mean, well, actually, no. The thing was talking in Abyssal.
Yeah, the thing.
Halen
Somehow
was
we all-
talking in abyss.
So 5 hits come your way. And
Oh,
the last one, because he misses all of them. The last one goes like directly over your head, and then he falls because he overextended, and he's now prone. And it's now your turn.
Oh my god.
Oh jeez.
So now
I feel
you
bad
got
about this.
advantage to hitting him.
I feel bad about this. Jeez.
You did this to yourself.
22?
Okay, that'll
Okay.
hit.
Yeah, so that's jeez, I can some 11 damage.
Okay.
Then a flurry, not 7, but only 2. That's 20. Normal
That'll
20.
hit.
And another. Oh, 18.
Okay.
Okay, so I gotta roll 20 for that. 2, 1, 13 damage for those 2 hits.
Yay. You did damages.
Meanwhile,
I
Ellie looks
got
at the
nothing
chat
wrong
and
because
says,
he's my-
sorry for attacking you.
Yeah, I feel I look very apologetic, but I still
Like,
do.
it looks at you, not knowing what you said, and just shrugs.
Right.
Oh,
So after getting assaulted by these, he does like a spin kick and tries to knock your legs out from under you.
It looks like a dance party.
Yeah, actually, it would.
So the monks are breakdance fighting.
Ooh,
Oh, no, he-
ooh. So that's a crit.
Yeah. He's on his natural position.
He's going to knock you prone. So make a strength saving throw, please. Or no, dexterity saving throw, please.
Yep. That's 18.
Just barely made it. And now you take this many damages.
Not the damage.
Oh! Another one of those. You take a total of 15 damage.
Ooh. That's
And that was on a crit.
Yeah. Oh, well.
So, you do another flurry. So that's another crit.
Mm-hmm.
Ouch.
Let's end this on
That's a
strike.
miss. Alright, so one more crit. and this one's just a punch. So he does a spin kick, tries to knock you out on your feet, then gets back up and does like a backwards punch and then a forward punch, and the forward punch misses.
Ooh.
10 damage.
Oh, jeez.
I'm rolling bad with this damage.
I don't have that many hit points.
Well, that's true. You do. So,
I'm not a tank.
all right, your turn.
Okay, so going all in. So I see he's not that weak. So just a normal quarterstaff and 10.
Nope.
10 to hit. Okay, another flurry to another strike. Oh, jeez. That's a 12 and a 13.
13 hits.
Okay, one unarmed strike. And that's 8 damage.
Alrighty.
I can. Oh, and
Doing
dexterity
now.
saving throw.
What?
Dex saving throw.
Oh, is he
No,
going
you know
for it?
what? No. He doesn't need that. I'm gonna make him do a strength saving throw.
Okay.
DC 15.
Nope.
Okay, he is pushed about 10 feet away from me? Or 15?
Okay, well, he hits the wall.
Okay. Bludgeoning damage.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, just kidding. So yeah, that's it.
All right. Well, after you do this, he looks fairly beat up, like he's not happy. So he's going to do
Get away
a
from
jump, double kick.
Oh, I
Will
like
we
that.
push
Like
all the way out of the
flutter
room or
kicks
just
in the air in
away?
your
We're
face.
just watching from the doorway.
You're watching
We're
the
gonna-
skeleton beat the shit out of your friend, and then your friend beating the shit out of a skeleton.
We're Icarus's cheerleaders, guys.
Yep.
Go cheer them on.
Like this is a little bleeding. And oh,
Ooh, that was close. Ooh, that'll hit. All right. 23.
Yep.
All right. Number, where is it? There it is. This one's not as bad, I promise. 9.
that is pretty bad. I'm visibly panting and bleeding from my head.
No flurry this time.
Okay. Oh god. I didn't think this through. Just another try
It
to.
just started.
Yeah, it's like 12 seconds or something. Just gonna try to bash his skull in with the. Oh my goodness. Oh no, this hit the last game. 13, right?
Yep. That just barely hits.
Oh, thank goodness. So 8 damage.
Okay.
And my last key point for 2 more attacks.
Do it,
Oh,
bro.
yes, those are
Finish him.
different.
Finish him.
Oh, both hit. Definitely both hit. That's like 22 and 24.
Oh, yeah, those hit. Those hit.
And that's 3, 4, 7, 17. 17 damage? Yeah, 17 damage.
Total?
Total, yeah. For the 2 attacks.
What's your health at right now?
Low. Single
I
digit.
want a number.
8.
He's at 1.
Oh boy.
So after getting punched in the face 3 times, he's just gonna stand like you can see his physical form is bleeding. What you guys see is just him slouched in skeleton form, and his jaw is like jittering a little bit.
And I'm slouching monk form.
He's like severely fucked up. Like he's not doing well. And his eye is droopy. Like his eye is like kind of like bleeding, and you burst several blood vessels on him. But
Does he
gets.
look? Sorry.
What?
Does he look any different for us, or does he look
No.
just?
He still looks just like a skeleton with eyes. He then tries to be as formal as possible, straightens up, and bows to you in the traditional monk form.
So do I.
So, at which point, he's going to go into another pose, which kind of looks like the snake fighting style, or cobra or whatever like that. And then you see radiant
Serpent.
beams shoot from all of his fingers into you, and you heal all your hit points.
Ooh.
And then he does the same to himself, and then he gets rejuvenated. And after doing this, he says, "You fight honorably.
So do you.
Do you accept the goal of the end of the end of the undead?" I know how to say words.
Of the what? End of
The end of the undead.
I gladly do. Gladly accept.
He takes off the crown, which then, like, his eyes fade immediately, and you no longer see the Shaolin monk. And with, like, whatever little life he has left, he places the crown on your head, and he falls to bones and dies. The ghoul also falls over and, like, is unconscious and does not look like he's going to be moving anytime soon. The crown, however, once it is placed on your head, the thorns bite in a little bit. Like, it doesn't do anything that much immediately, but once the bones, like, start breaking and clattering to the floor, the thorns inject into your head, and it's like your skull is immediatally pierced by like 50 daggers.
Did you accidentally click
Oh, wait a second.
bad.
Don't attack me.
Okay,
that?
so
Zazul pulls a dagger, stabs.
yeah. All right, so what is your health total?
And 41.
Okay, so this won't kill you.
Thank goodness. Because
You take 14 damage. And that is a permanent health loss.
Oh,
okay.
Your health goes from 41 to 27 permanently.
Okay.
However, you also feel rejuvenated, like your body is naturally powerful now, and you also feel, it's weird, like you feel a link somehow, and you see like links going from your crown to both the skeleton that's on the ground and the one that was back in the hallway with your friends. And you can almost like reach out and grab those. The one that's tied to the floor severs after a couple seconds, but the one that's tied to the ghoul like glows slightly with radiant light. And you touch it, I would assume.
Of course I will.
And immediately hundreds of other threads just shoot out from your crown, and you just see them go all in different directions, mostly further out into the town. But there are so many of them. Like you could sit here for days and try and count them. But they all go to a specific point. You assume you know where this is going. But you also feel like, specifically, your body is stronger. You gain 2 dex.
Oh, jeez.
I don't know what your dex total is right now, but it improves by 2. And your speed goes up by 5.
Jesus. Speedy little fucker.
Yep.
Yeah,
He's
point
now 9.5. No one's gonna catch him now.
And with 22 decks.
gotta go fast.
Gotta go fast.
Fast like Sammy.
Gotta go fast.
Yep.
Oh god.
Yeah, I'm gonna need that considering my hit points are like
So,
shit now.
by the way, your new title is Bannerman of the Undead.
Right, this up someday.
So what you guys all see, Icarus's head like bursts out with blood, and his skin like crinkles a little bit, like he's kind of like being blighted or something. And after a couple seconds, all of his hair falls out, and his face is replaced with that of a skeleton.
Oh God.
So
Okay.
he now has a skeleton.
Skeleton warrior.
He doesn't see that, but you guys do.
That was kind of weird. Did you guys
Yeah.
see the old monk?
You're a skeleton now.
No, and
Yeah,
you
I'm
don't
gonna
have
walk
a
up and put my
face.
hands on his face and just be like, "Are you okay?"
I feel fine.
Your
I
head
mean,
is
this
literally
stinks, but
Yeah,
your
what
head
did
is
you say,
literally a
Skeletor?
skull.
Skeletor, literally.
Literally
Just
skull.
without the purple body.
Okay, I touch my face as Acer says. Do I feel
You
anything different?
Touch your face. It's just a normal face. You got a nose and a mouth.
So I'm
I'm
assuming
not
that
sure about you guys.
the
So
blessing...
I'm touching his face. Do I feel like his face is a skeleton,
No,
or does it
it's
feel like
it's skeleton. It's totally a skeleton.
Yeah, you got a skeleton face.
You're a skeleton warrior now.
Does anyone have a mirror now?
Does anybody have like shiny or?
I'm
How
so happy.
effective is my war
Um,
cleaver?
Yeah.
You guys would have a mirror, I would assume. Like someone would have a mirror. But you look in the
More
mirror.
than likely.
You look in the mirror and it's weird because you see your face, but the mirror reflects a skeleton. Like
Oh, geez.
every couple seconds you're looking at it. Like if you look at it at a weird angle, you see your face and then you see a skeleton and then you see your face again. It's weird. Whenever like the perspective changes.
Oh,
it
is
looks
this like one of those holographic cards that changes?
Yeah, like that.
Okay, I see what you guys are talking about now.
I think
Yeah,
some
we
people are
only
gonna
see
be
the
maybe a
freaked out.
skeleton.
Yeah,
Maybe you
if
should
you have
wear,
like a
like, a
hood or.
Nana, can you check if he's undead now, or is this just a weird effect of whatever that is on his
Oh,
head?
let's find out.
It's a weird effect, maybe. You divine sense, you don't get anything off of him. Actually, you get happiness off of him. Like he is super duper.
So I
Maybe
get,
like a
I
hood
get,
or
very
wait,
high now.
wait.
I mean,
I
see
get,
the
I
thing.
get like I'm sensing almost a
Good.
celestial.
Basically, yeah, like almost like a celestial.
Maybe you should wear like a hood and a mask.
Are you
I'm
good?
just
Some
gonna
people
look to the others and say he's good.
Okay.
Turn
I-
and walk out.
I have a question. Can I? What if I used alter self? No, is it?
I think that only
How are we
affects
gonna
I
use
think, yeah, no, that only affects
Self.
me. Yep.
And he just
That's
looks at
like
everybody like,
seeming.
how are we gonna freaking hide this skeleton face?
Oh, okay,
I'm-
just wondering if they see my face, but I mean the top of my head. Do they see a full skull, or like a place where the skull
Is it just
stops
his
and the
face
skin
or
begins?
That's a good point. So I'm gonna say it's like this. You know how monks usually have a bald spot on their head?
Yeah.
That is the only part of your head where you still have like a scalp and hair.
Oh my god.
So I'm gonna take off like my shoulder cape thing and just give it to him so he can wrap it around or wear it.
I will do so immediately. This looks very weird.
I'm
You need
gonna
to
I'm
get
gonna
a
take a
mask.
look at his face and be like, I could probably make a mask.
I would appreciate
I
that.
just suggested that.
Yeah, I could probably make a mask.
Good idea, Nana. Thank you.
I'll need my cape back afterwards though, but
Yeah,
For
it's
now.
just so we can step out of here. Just this is interesting, but
Okay.
I feel many like a connection, like many connections to something which I assume are undead, because it pointed to the things nearby, and they seem to go to just one direction, and I point like where I see them.
It's pointing towards the manor.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
I know it was.
Okay, so the manor is the gate then.
Well, one of the
I mean-
gates.
Well, the gate that was near us
The
anyway.
gate they're trying to open at any rate.
should we go there right now or do people need to rest?
We
So-
Resting.
I need to process this.
Okay.
After
Yeah,
a
that's
couple
what I
minutes
thought.
of you doing this, Icarus, you get a throbbing headache. Like, it just hurts. And then you hear a voice in your head say, actually, you don't know what it says because it's an abyssal. So
Does he
you hear like kind of like a shadow, or no, not a shadow, like a mist smacking against walls, and it's weird. It's a very weird sound, kind of like a hissing, but more like deep and resonant, and it's very weird. You have no idea what it is though.
Can I try to like replicate the sound so Kaylin can understand it?
Make an intelligence check.
Sure.
See if you can.
Plus
replicate
0.
it. Yeah.
I got a 2.
Yeah, no, you have no idea how to say this stuff.
Excuse you.
So
I
after
imagine he
trying-
tries to say it, but he just insults Kaylin.
You say
instead.
something.
Which is like
Caleb,
Aryan.
he says "fuck you" in Abyssal.
That's what I
Excuse
heard.
you.
I hear something like this, and he tries to repeat what he says. It's like, fuck you. It's like, I just heard this.
I think something is insulting me then.
It reminds me of Tane.
So if you concentrate and try and like listen to the voice will actually start to slightly change. It'll become less like a mist and more like basically like a snake. And then it'll get more guttural and almost demonic sounding. Like it doesn't sound great. Like it sounds like something's gritting its teeth. But how long do you try and figure this out, or do you even try to figure out?
No, after the fuck you stuff, and I just like know that I can't understand this, so I'm just gonna like let it happen afterwards. So maybe someday it will become more clear.
Okay.
Yeah.
So upon doing that, then I'll say after half an hour, you start understanding what the voice is saying.
Okay. So
You have to do it.
I figure. So are we moving out of here?
Yes.
There's nothing more here, right?
Wait.
So
yeah, let's
I don't
investigate.
know what order you're doing this in, but if you're gonna like sit around and wait for a little bit, eventually the voice will start making sense. Unless you leave, which then the voice will start getting like it'll almost sound like it's desperate almost.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay, now if I notice that, then I'm gonna tell everyone like to wait and.
So basically, we take a
Just
short
what-
rest.
Can I
Yeah,
check the
precisely.
tiefling to see if it's the same tiefling like that old?
Wait,
that
how short is a short rest?
Half
1
an hour
hour.
to an hour?
Half an hour to an
Alright.
hour.
Damn, I wouldn't be able to enchant those arrows then.
No.
Nope.
Oh well.
That's a long rest.
I'm going to go and investigate around and see if there's anything else around.
Okay,
No,
I'll
I've
do
seen
that.
that.
Yeah, I'll do the same. Kind of just wander around.
Well, I got 20.
I got a
natural
2,
20.
so
Yeah, two. Well, anyone with 15 or higher, you know there is absolutely nothing here.
Hey, guys, there's absolutely nothing here.
definitely something here.
However,
Nothing.
however, there was a chest that was upstairs.
Well, let's go check that out.
Yeah,
Yeah, all right.
No, do not break it with a sword, your cleaver.
I'm gonna
No
inspect it.
promises.
You could try. It's made of solid steel.
I'm gonna inspect the chest.
You inspect it. It has a keyhole.
Sweet. Guys, that's the keyhole. I'm gonna try the key that I have.
It unlocks it.
Oh, well, shit.
I'm gonna roll to see what was in that chest.
Oh boy.
And then,
Yeah,
as he opens it, I slam my war cleaver. No.
The chest is
You
full
got a
of-
hat of these guys over there.
It disintegrates.
Anyway,
Those
This is why we
are
can't
worth
have
to buy.
anything fun.
the chest was actually a mimic.
Oh,
Oh,
jeez.
totally.
Does anyone know where to buy a hat of these guys?
There it is.
So I'm
All right.
going to
So-
guess that my cleaver is still unblessed. Like I have to redo the
Yeah.
stuff.
Nope. You feel your sword regenerate after the ghoul falls over.
Oh. Cool.
What level are you guys?
4.
Or
Awesome. Thank you. Just wanted to make sure.
Oh, no, we're level 20. Sorry.
Oh yeah, totally.
Definitely.
So inside that you find 70 gold pieces. Actually, no. Change that. It's 75 gold pieces because I want 75 even.
Mhm.
You find gemstones, about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them, each worth 50 gold pieces.
Okay.
You said
They all
what? How
have
many?
weird names. 6
Yoink, yoink.
gemstones.
6.
6 gemstones. I'm just saying, like they're gemstones. They
Yeah,
all have
they're
weird
also-
names.
they're all 50 gold each.
Yep, they're all 50 gold each, so 300 total. You also find 20 arrows.
Mhm.
A potion. I actually don't know what that is. Never seen that before. Oh, okay. You find a potion of like, it's a weird like clear blue color that like you can clearly see through it, but it also has like bubbles that are. It looks like boiling blue liquid basically. And you uncap it and it smells sort of like a jelly,
Expect that by mistake.
grape jelly, but it smells like blueberries. And it's very much a liquid. It's not an oil or anything like that. So it's
Can I make a roll to try to find out what it is?
make an Arcana check, please.
Oh,
That's nice.
So with that, you taste a little bit with the tip of your tongue, and almost immediately you get the overwhelming sense of blueberry pie, which is the taste usually associated with potion of divination.
so we have a potion of divination here. I said that out loud to everybody else.
You also find another potion at the bottom of the chest with the symbol of a great sword that is flaming,
Oh shit.
and it is a wooden flat, basically like a wooden. You can't see through it. Basically, it's not made of glass.
I don't think I'm going to test this out with licking.
You smell it, and it smells kind of like honey.
Can I make a check?
Make an Arcana
is it
check.
who else is at the chest? Is it just me and Nala and Ellie, or
You started wandering off, so I kind of just like
I would
assumed you
assume
found something.
I would assume it's anyone that made the investigation check or anyone who would follow said investigation.
Yeah, I saw you just kind of wander off, so I was like, okay, I'll follow.
It's probably more entertaining than waiting for a monk.
Cool.
I was
I
gonna
just
check
made
the
it a-
flame and then go back up and then.
I feel that Arcana check.
Oh man, that's great.
Well,
Right.
both
Smells
of
like
those
honey.
do not succeed.
Nope, it smells like honey.
So you smell it, and you get like a fly up your nose, and it immediately like sends you into a fit. Like,
So,
I
I just- I rolled a. I don't know if I'm not trained in Arcana, but I just rolled an.
a what?
I'm not trained in Arcana, but I rolled a nat.
Wow.
I love how every single time.
I heard natural, so I assume it was a natural 20.
I would assume it's natural 20.
Yeah. But
Okay.
Hello?
you got Nat and then cut out.
So that'll be a total of 22.
Oh, dope. Well, with that, you totally know. You smell it, and it smells exactly not like honey, like ambrosia. And you taste it. It's a potion of heroism.
Okay.
And then the last one, it is what's the best way I can put it? It looks like liquefied stone. It's basically like like not iron, like a liquidy iron looking thing, but like a thick, viscous, gray colored thing, and it has the like an arm like that's flexing on it.
Okay. I know what this is, but Azor doesn't.
Yeah, right.
I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone knows exactly what that is, because if you don't, I'm gonna have to beat you up.
I don't know what it is.
They have used it so many times.
Yeah.
We have to go to Gaston, and he will beat you up.
He will be so strong. But you guys can make Arcana checks if you would like to see what it is.
Okay.
That's a 18.
God.
Why are you getting an 18? You're not even.
Well, with anything
Fuck
over
it,
15,
guys.
you would taste it slightly, and it tastes awful. It tastes like the dredge that you get from mining stone, and it's disgusting. It almost makes you queasy, but it is very clearly a stone giant's strength.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That raises your strength to 19?
Yes,
Okay.
and it also makes you resistant to every kind of physical damage.
Ooh.
See, I would
That's
wait.
useful.
It only goes up to 19.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that would be
useful.
better with me. Or
I mean,
someone
the resistance to damage that would be decent for me, but
Because basically your skin turns into stone, not your stone turns into skin.
yeah. My stone turns into skin. I used to have a rock. It's a fleshy lump.
Diminution potion.
So,
When you drink this potion, you gain the reduced effect of the enlarged and reduced spell for 1d4 hours. No concentration required. The red in the potion liquid is liquid.
basically, you go a size category less.
Oh god, I think just because of that, I just think Ellie just knows that because of a practical joke.
So, at the very bottom of the chest, after taking everything else out, you see a note or scroll, I guess you could say, with a seal on it. It is very old. It is not well kept. It looks like it's frayed edges, some cracks in it, and the seal itself is basically almost completely torn apart. And the scroll looks extremely old, like it is probably several centuries old.
So if I
Do I recognize
What-
the seal, or can I make a history check for it?
Yes, me.
All right. That's 19 plus 4 is 23.
Just
Damn.
because I'm curious.
nope, oh my god, dude, my rolls are
Jesus
garbage.
Christ, you're rolling like amazingly well.
Except for last week.
Well, the scroll itself isn't historical, but the person who made it definitely is. This is a scroll of invisibility, and the seal itself is the seal of one of the great mages from the Age of Arcanum.
Okay.
I'm not giving him a name yet.
So we had to carefully handle this scroll.
I must eat it.
I'm going to punch you in the face then.
I'll put it in into my pack for now.
Actually, no. I'm sorry, not invisibility, greater invisibility.
Oh, that's the good one. That's the one where you can attack and
So
not
I'll
go.
just put that into my pack for now.
Unless
Oh,
you
Yeah, but it's also
Yeah?
a higher level that you may not be able to actually cast.
Well, I'm not going to use it right now. I'll just hold it on, and we'll decide what to do with it later.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's a level 4 spell.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wow, I'm totally.
Also, keep in mind it's a scroll.
Yeah.
So it's only
I
got
probably
one
can't use
use.
it. But
It's only got one use, and if you don't have the ability to use a spell slot equal to the spell level, you have to make a roll to see if you waste it.
Mhm.
Otherwise, you could just immediately use it.
all right.
So,
Anything else in chest, or is that it?
But this is
that's
a
it.
historical thing. It was made by someone historical, so we can maybe sell this for a good price.
Why would you
Sure.
have to sell something like this?
Or you could use it later when you need it.
Yes, but it's really old, and if we're not careful, we might accidentally break it before we even use
So I
it.
found 75 gold pieces, 6 gems worth 50 gold, 3 potions,
And a scroll.
Yep.
All right.
So I could get one of my gemstones back.
basically, yeah. Actually, one of them was an onyx.
Funny.
I take that one.
I'm going to take one.
I'll take one.
Your powers combined.
Well, there's
Yeah.
3 of us. Do we each take 2 then?
There's 4 of us.
Uh,
actually.
Oh yeah, there's
There's-
4 of us.
there's-
I take 2 because I opened the chest.
Okay.
That's my
That's all
finder's
that.
fee.
Yeah, we wouldn't be able to open it if he didn't find the keys. That's fair.
Keeper of the key.
I mean, I would
Even
have. I
though
would
it's
have.
now useless.
And then I'll.
I would.
I
I
feel
would.
like every single game ever has you have like a million keys, and then you never use those keys ever again.
We were
Mm.
finding out that same thing. We had a big problem in Original Sin, the first one, where we just had fucking shitloads of keys.
Then we threw it all in a freaking bag, and then threw that bag into a freaking lockbox,
Yeah.
and just left it.
It was like, all of these keys have been used already, and I can't use them on anything else.
How
Fuck
many-
this kiss.
How many arrows did we find? 25?
20.
20.
All right. I'll give those to
Two
Kaelin.
arrows.
And one of the freaking stones too.
So then I'll take the other one. Right, 2.
So
3.
going back into my little notes and just putting back the onyx I just took out.
All right. What should we do with the gold?
Split it.
Split it. Let's
I'd say-
75.
I'd say you just hold on to it right now.
All right.
There's no use in splitting
Right.
the gold.
I'll hold on to it. And then.
Well, I did pay for the freaking. I should get 50. Actually, no. It
You
should be
should-
split between me and freaking Nala because
You
we
should-
spent money on the holy oil.
That's true.
But did you use them?
Oh no, we're gonna freaking use it on you guys to bless you and use your onto your freaking weapons and stuff.
In the
So-
manor.
All right.
So you're
I'll
gonna
hand
you're
that
gonna
over.
bless my hands?
Bear like.
That's my weapon. Those are my weapons.
Well, we get him. Oh,
Actually, no, you can't bless people's hands.
There you go.
Um,
However, there are other people in the group that can use blessed weapons.
Yeah.
Also, are you guys going to the manor right now?
no,
Probably
we
not.
could-
I doubt it. Yeah.
So I was gonna investigate
What?
the tiefling,
corpse.
that corpse,
What about it?
to see if that was the same one in the book, and if she had anything else on her. Because I don't think I think we got distracted by the skeleton. I didn't actually.
You actually look in like all throughout the body, and you notice one thing. It's actually a symbol of the cult of Dagon.
Well,
Yeah.
fuck her.
It has a symbol around her neck.
If you mentioned that to us, it just Ellie just goes, "Well, fuck her."
It was like on a pendant or something.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take it.
It's an unholy symbol.
I should mention that just touching it makes you feel very uneasy.
I'm gonna like take part of her cloth or like part of her clothing off and like wrap it, the whole
Kinky.
symbol in it, and then like take it.
Well, she's dead. There's no use for it now.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah. It's also just covered in her brains and pieces of her skull.
I mean, I'm not phased at all. I mean,
This is a lady that tortures
You're
herself.
really not.
it's like no big deal. I'm just like, it's sticky probably, and that's kind of gross. Not that it's brain matter.
Brains.
Brains.
Apparently, cow brain is actually really delicious. Apparently. All right. So, what you guys doing?
heading back to the inn, I guess, after. we're all
Are
done
there
here.
still guards out front of the manor,
Yeah.
or the building that we're in?
I see there's still a guard out there. He's probably asleep at this point because he's just been doing his job, which is sitting there doing nothing.
And we decided not to take the help, right?
Yeah.
Oh man.
So I'm gonna tell them that we should have those guys like post up here just in case they sense that skeleton guy's gone and want to try and reclaim home.
So
They should post up here.
after all of that happens, because I'm gonna assume this is like as you guys are about to leave. So after half an hour has ended, you hear heavy footfalls coming from downstairs, and then a crash at the bottom of the stairs as you guys are leaving the house. And you look behind you, Ekrus, you feel it already coming like from a mile away. The ghoul that was the other monk's best friend bashes through the door and does like what he did before, where like he runs through the doorway and just stops in front of you guys. But he's doing it next to Ekrus.
Oh
And
God.
while doing
Oh,
this, he's saying stuff in Ekrus's head. Took you long enough.
It did. Give me a sec because my dog is messing around all around my room.
It's fine, bro. Take your time.
Pupper.
Seems like you have a friend.
He turns this time and actually does say, "Am I?" I don't actually know if I am or not.
Yeah, are you here to do us harm?
I'm here to do what he says. Points
Good
at Ekrus.
enough.
Wait, so he's speaking like full-fledged common right now?
Yep, he's speaking full common.
Well,
I think
sorry,
I helped him
think-
translate or something. So,
Also, I should mention, this is a giant buff-ass ghoul that's 11 feet tall.
Yeah, no, we know that one.
Okay, good.
aha. I was wondering what to do with that information.
Maybe we should hide him.
How do we get?
Yeah, good luck with that.
Let's throw some
Good.
moss over him and pretend
Got
it's
it.
a hill.
Oh wait, I don't know if he likes magic
Can
or
he
not.
stay here?
He doesn't
And
like-
then we go rest, and then we escort him through
He-
town.
Do you say, I don't know if he likes magic out loud?
Yeah.
He says, my previous master didn't like magic, but
Oh, fuck
I am
it.
not a fan of it either.
Oh god damn it.
But
I
you
mean,
don't
I'm not
mind
going
if
to
it-
crush your heads if you use magic.
Okay, I'm just gonna slowly, kind of a bit scared, put my hand on him and
No.
cast.
Ask him first. Shall
Can't-
we turn you invisible to move you to a place that we can help you use your muscle?
Sure.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay, do
Yeah.
it.
Slowly reach my hand out, still scared, even though he said yes.
We gotta stop freaking just automatically putting our hands on each other.
So
Cast invisible and quickly put my hand away.
you go to cast invisibility, and like he toys with you and like raises his fist suddenly,
He just needs.
I run away.
And
I
then he
run away.
and then he laughs at you.
I full sprint, just run away. It's dumb.
I like that one.
Ellie just chuckles a little bit. It's like it goes to
Nala
retrieve him,
just kind of hangs her head and shakes it a little bit.
and Ellie just goes to retrieve our freaking mage. Tell him that the freaking giant ghoul is fucking with him.
That 10.5 speed though.
Oh yeah.
I can't wait until you get alert.
Oh no, I don't think I will.
You're not gonna need it.
I probably will, just because it'll help.
So, you
So,
are turning
what's
this guy invisible.
I'm guessing you actually are gonna turn him invisible, considering.
Yeah. I cast him.
So he turns invisible. He doesn't do the making you flinch kind of thing anymore. But he's like, it's weird. I can't even see myself.
He can't.
I'd like to go to a smith and see if I
Ye
can.
Smith?
Really, anyone that has a forge that I can use.
Ooh. All right then.
Because I would rather use a forge and apply my skill than buy.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay.
Would it have advantage? Because I imagine he, living in the city, would at least have made friends with.
I didn't live in
Another-
this city.
Oh
Did
wait,
you not
no.
live here? You're not from here at all.
I'm not. No, this is actually. I knew the guy in the Temple of Tempest because he's very well known throughout many of the temples of Tempest.
And he's also like the high
The
priest.
High priest. He just happens. That's a good question as to why. Or whatever.
Also, there is like several high priests.
Nice,
Yeah.
great.
I'm very persuasive.
Also,
Famous one.
Of course.
basically, you walk into a smith and they see a dragon and say, "Get the fuck out."
I flip him off. And then I walk out.
Again,
You don't need your kind here.
I walk out still
Right.
flipping him off.
He doesn't
Okay.
like you.
Can I find someone that isn't a total racist?
Yeah, sure. Try and make another persuasion check.
Oh, was he gonna stick Ellie on him?
No. I can handle myself.
Oh yeah, by the way.
Can I get... Okay, that's better.
All right, that's slightly better. So this guy isn't a complete total racist. There's that.
But he's sexist.
But you bring up the question, "Hey, can I use your smithy?" He looks at you and just straight up laughs at you. He says, "All right, so what are you here for? I could tell you something, but I ain't letting you use my tools."
I don't need to use your tools. I have my own.
He points to the forge and says, "This is my tool."
That'd be the one thing I do need. Well, I was hoping I could find someone that'd let me use their forge to make a mask for a friend.
I mean, I can make masks. It's not that hard.
I know it's not that hard, but I can do that. I just need a forge.
Alright. Well,
I am
here's
a
what I'm
skilled
gonna do.
smith.
So am I. It's kind of huffed like.
I wasn't
I'm
saying you
good
weren't. I was
smith.
just assuring you that I know how to use a forge. Very well.
He also says like, well, it depends on what kind of mask you're looking for.
Hmm.
Like,
Well,
are you
let's
trying to go
see,
for a
it's-
fancy mask? Trying to go for a
he's-
ball mask because we don't sell those?
Whoa,
if
wait,
you-
wait. He's got like... I need to do almost a full head sort of thing.
Like basically
Because-
a full head mask.
Yeah,
So you're looking for a helmet.
kinda. But I wouldn't want it to be a helmet because I don't want to ruin his unarmored defense.
Helmets don't ruin.
So clumsy with armor.
Well, actually,
The point
Technically.
being that a helmet is armor. I would want to make this in a way that it would
so
conceal.
you want to make a mask that's a helmet.
Kind of, yeah. But it would...
He picks up like a full headed mask that is made of complete steel and says something like
Come on.
this.
Maybe not quite so
You
heavy.
get like a luchador mask.
Oh, luchador mask.
Yeah,
do you
like a
want it
luchador.
made of steel
That would be
or-
amazing.
What was that? No, I didn't.
I said, do you want it made from steel or leather or chainmail? What do you want it made of?
Leather would actually work.
All right. Well, the best place to go for that, I would go to a tanner. We don't work usually in leathers here, mostly because armor itself doesn't really work very well with leather. You need plating of some sort, and that's what they come to me for.
Right, I
there's a
know,
tanner
but
and he
I
gives
would
you
know
direction.
leather would
Yeah,
typically
he gives
be
you a
used
direction
to
to
put
wear.
like a buffer between the actual armor and the person wearing it.
Yep. Leather armor isn't actually technically leather.
You wouldn't have anything like tin.
He looks at you and says, "What the hell is tin?"
Or some lightweight metal.
Oh, you mean like copper?
Copper, that would work.
Well, see, the thing is like copper right now is extraordinarily cheap. I could probably make copper from copper coins if I really needed to. You could probably pay for that very cheaply. Like he says, like 3 gold for a full mask worth of copper. So that's actually how much copper there is in 3 gold.
Hey Joe, I gotta head out. I gotta eat dinner with the family.
Yeah, I'm wrapping up anyways pretty soon. Like actually, like after this conversation, it's basically gonna be done.
Okay.
A copper face mask would probably run you like 3 gold to make, unless you're gonna do it by yourself. At which point, it's going to be more than that because you're getting the raw materials. Unless you want to convert 3 gold to 10,000 freaking copper.
Oh,
Just, I know I'm not there, but it wouldn't be like a full face mask because I mean I will have to cover like part of it, but I
Also,
can wear
technically,
anything
you don't need
over my
full
head
head
because I
mask?
have turns.
well, I would. Okay, I'm looking to get a mask that would go up to the bottom of the crown.
Something like that, yeah.
Oh, so a crownless face mask.
Yes,
Yes.
a
Yes.
crownless face mask.
That's going to be even harder because now he has to chop the head off or the
Oh,
scalp
the
off.
scalp, yeah. He has to scalp the helmet.
Yeah. He
I
says,
mean-
well, I'll have to take measurements of the guy's head because now we're talking about another dimension for me to work with here.
I mean, all we really need is just cloth.
Okay, I just need a bandana.
Yeah.
That's enough.
We're making
Bandana.
this way more complicated.
And I'm gonna cover my eyes with my hood when I'm in public.
There's no chance you'll let me use your forge.
You'd have to pay me for how much work I'd be losing today to do that.
Yeah, that's not a good price for just making a mask.
No, it isn't. Never mind then, I'll go sort it out on my own.
He does say, well, you could always try the leather tannery across, and gives you directions.
Yeah, that would be easier to do for him.
Yeah, I
too.
guess I'd go ask the tanner if he could provide something along the lines that I was asking, but in
He
leather.
basically says, so you want a sack covered in leather.
Essentially.
He literally takes a sack and covers it with leather.
Cool.
He says,
We
is
just
this good for you?
That'll work.
Cuts holes in it. You're done. Here you go.
Is he charging me for this?
He says 10 gold.
10 gold?
For the leather.
How much leather
Sack's
is that?
free. I mean, it's
from a
leather.
giant animal, you take a big portion.
No,
of
I
it.
mean, like, how much leather is on this mask?
An entire head's worth.
And he had to
10 gold.
stitch.
Eh,
He had to
That's
stitch
like-
it and then cut holes in it. That's,
Yeah.
yeah, you're
And
talking
then
about
eat
leather.
those
work.
holes.
yeah, alright.
That would,
That's gonna eat.
it wouldn't take that long, like maybe 20 minutes to do that. Otherwise, you would be looking at like a month to make the fucking helmet out of metal.
I take that.
Yeah.
I'll take... I actually don't have a dagger on me, do I? No, why would I have a dagger on me?
No, your work clearly ain't gonna fucking work here, motherfucker.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I take the sack covered in leather, and find Icarus and hand it to him and be like, I got you this for now.
In that time, I'm probably going to try to enchant Kylan's ammunition. Not enchant, bless.
I'd probably take like maybe a couple hours to get all that done.
I think this will do fine. Now, I
Is
just
that-
gonna look for one of those. How do you call them? Like the things you wear in a disguise ball that only cover your eyes. Like
glasses?
no, not glasses. like a mask, but only for your eyes. Like
Oh, you mean a masquerade mask.
masquerade. Yeah, precisely. I think that's gonna be like the final touch,
Well-
so I can hide my face.
No, this
This
is
is what
covering your
Zoro has.
entire head and has
Oh,
holes for the
Except your
eyes.
crown.
Oh, well, yeah, but maybe
Yeah.
I shouldn't be on public like that forever, right? So,
I mean, you
I
know,
shrug.
well, for now, it's completely fine. I will look for a masquerade mask on my free time, some time different from this one.
How long did this all take?
to do all the things that just happened,
Yes.
2 hours.
Okay, then my invisibility wore off.
No,
It would tell you to
well,
get.
I would assume like
the
you guys
manor.
brought him to the manor and said, "Hey,
Okay.
wait here."
Okay.
To the
Yeah,
manor?
so he can.
You just hide him in some bushes. Well,
Yeah, to the
hide him
manor.
in a tree.
An 11
be
foot
like-
tall ghoul the size of Mount Olympus.
Tell him to lay down
Hide in
in
the
the
bush.
shrubs.
Well, no, I mean, I was gonna see if our tavern had like a little stable that we could just like
Can we just tell him?
sit him in there and then just cover him in hay.
He just sighs and rolls his eyes and says, "You guys are idiots."
I don't think he'd fit in the
Just stand in
stable.
an alleyway or something.
Guy there, and at least people would know.
He just sighs and says, "I can fix this," and then like stomps on the ground and then sinks in the ground.
That
Oh.
that is amazing. Thank you.
That is amazing.
Thing is, I can't
Fix that
move.
electric bill.
Just remember, I
We'll
didn't
tell you when we need you to move.
participate in this conversation,
What happened?
so that's fine. If you can do that, be my guest.
I was like, it'd been really awkward if just out of nowhere this 11-foot thing just appeared in the middle of the street as we were trying to get a mask. I was like,
No.
I was like,
We're gonna rest before we go into the manor, aren't we?
Yeah, and I'm going to try to enchant your freaking ammunition, by the way. Well,
Yeah,
bless
so
him.
we're just gonna go back to the tavern, then. Or at least Kaylin is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Ellie
And
is going to
Azor.
help.
I figured that's what you guys were gonna do.
I'm gonna keep the
All right.
ghoul company for a little bit and then make my way back.
we want to end it there, maybe.
Yeah. So
Probably
Eddie
a
would just
decent
spend that whole time just trying to, bless the ammunition.
Cool,
Really?
dude.
I was sitting around with the ghoul for a bit before I came back.
Add 1d4
So,
radiant damage to 12
Oh,
ammo.
you guys are friends now.
One last thing that I want to ask you guys. I have this generator that I've been using, which I also just used for the treasure chest that you guys got.
Dungeons?
Yeah, it's from Dungeon. And I really like it. The only thing is that it says like weird things. Also, the CR4 to me just doesn't give you much. Like, okay, so this is what it gives you for a CR4 treasure hoard, like a hoard of money that you're supposed to be able to find in after a dungeon. 2,900 something copper, 1,300 silver pieces.